almost kind of like showing you like the city is the concentration camp now or some shit. I don't know. It just, it's a lot that could come out of it, just how you interpret it, you know what I mean? Or how you perceive what you saw, you know? But yeah. And it's crazy because now Snoop, he done bought Death Row, and now he got a rape case against him. Some chick talking about he sexually assaulted her and shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, damn, you know. And I don't know what 50 Cent or Mary J or Eminem and Dr. Dre, I don't know what they got going on. Well, I know Dre, he just had a stroke last year or some shit 2 years ago, and they tried to take him for everything. I guess they call this like giving, like, well, shit, we'll let you do the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't know. It's all speculation at this point.
So what do y'all think that made us, what position that the role that we just displayed ourselves as put us as black people? Do you think by us having a good performance at halftime at the Super Bowl helped us out economically anyway, or because Snoop Dogg and 50 and them getting a big check? Because a lot of power, a lot of energy was ciphered during this halftime show. That was performed at the half line. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of energy was ciphered right there on the straw. A lot of energy was sucked through that straw at that time. So y'all, can anybody speak on that? And keep in mind, we live right now on YouTube. Peace and Power YouTube, Nation One Love Podcast. Got my bro Ron Rose, my bro Rashad. We got Sister Shalonda. We got the OG Leo on the panel. Peace to everybody in the chat. As you come in, smash that like button for me. Share, subscribe. Salutes to everybody. And I'll fall back. Go ahead, take the floor. Anybody want to speak on that? What did this do for us, if anything?
Well, I know Ice Cube, he was pushing that plan with Black America real tough, and he didn't have no support. You know what I mean? So, and I just feel like it didn't really do anything because, if you want to go back to, voting and all this shit, but Biden talking about if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You know what I mean? But motherfucker, you ain't answer no questions that we had. You know what I mean? So just going off of that, Ice Cube, he kind of was pushing that plan with Black America, and and I think nobody else, Snoop, all those guys on that platform in that Super Bowl halftime show did not support Drake, did not
But
support
yeah,
Ice Cube.
just as far as, while we was giving our energy to this, millions of people subscribed to this, and it wasn't just black people, it was white people, it was, but what did this do for us? Dude, because to me, I'm gonna speak on how I feel after y'all speak, because I'm building this right now. I'm cooking. I'm just asking y'all to throw the season on there for me. Season how you want it, and then I'm gonna come in. So what did this make us look at? What stance have we taken? Have we taken a stance with this halftime show to say we tired of this shit? Or did we take a stance with the halftime show to say that, okay, we with you?
I basically say, brother, you know, they've been doing what they've been doing for the last longest, performing. Performing haven't gave us no political power, no power at all. They were just performing. Like the brother said, bojangling. You know what I mean? And as far as I feel like voting ain't gonna save us, believing in this system is not going to save us. I'm gonna keep saying it. We need to create our own nation and get away from this system. But as far it didn't do nothing. You know, like the brother said, I ain't heard nothing since Ice Cube with any political plan or for our people. They giving away billions of dollars, but to everybody else, and all we getting is plagiarized holidays, and I in there.
Yeah, plagiarized holidays. What they talking about? Black History Month. Man, come on now. How you gonna give us a month? You know what I mean? To fucking nah, bro. You can keep that. You know what I mean? You keep your Black History Month. Every day is Black History, motherfucker.
Right. If you're gonna give us a month, like what else you gonna give us? What about like we shouldn't have to pay for shit in that month?
Right?
Something.
Shit, man.
Something. I
You
mean,
know?
it should look a little better than this.
But yeah, that Super Bowl stuff didn't do nothing for us, man. You know what I mean? It didn't do nothing for us. Like you said, is what they've been doing. I mean, yeah, they let Jay-Z take over during the halftime. You know what I mean? They turned it over to him, and I guess you could say the people who he picked to perform was, I mean, it wasn't a bad idea, but you know, again, it didn't do nothing for us. It just kind of, you know, pushed them up into the limelight. 50 Cent, Snoop, you know, Travis, what's his name? Not Travis, Kendrick Lamar. You know, it just pushed them guys up a little bit more.
Yeah, don't forget about Kanye and the Brown dude. You know, they got promotion as well. You know, even with his situation, I'm trying to connect all this. I want y'all to see all this, how all this go together, because it's a ongoing soap opera to keep everybody's attention. How Brown end up with Kanye at the thing, then now he got a new job. Is all you see where I'm going with this?
Well, yeah, I think with that Donda Sports brand that they pushing, that's good. That's good. You know what I
But
mean?
once
We need.
again, it's something that'll never happen.
Well, we'll see. But I think they got the
It'll
right
never happen.
idea. I think they got the right idea as far as that's our culture. You know what I mean? So we have to.
Go back to what we were saying earlier. That's what I was saying. That's why I said, do you think that we can do something that's really gonna make a change? And that's what when we look at it, it ain't nothing that we say well, it ain't nothing that we can do. It's shit that we can stop doing. But then we see some that somebody doing, and we like, oh well, like you feel what I'm saying? This is shit that's being played on our spiritual system.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's again, we sticking to our culture. You know, with Kanye and them, and he with Brown. You know what I mean? They pushing something for the culture. You know, and creating like those businesses, those opportunity zones. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see how far they let them get it, but it's a start. You know what I mean? I feel like, we need more of our artists and, you know what I mean, sports figures to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of countering the system, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? Um, and we continue to use our millionaires, and they keep funneling that money back into our culture and our communities and building businesses. Then but
See,
if there's
that's what they not doing though. We getting a rich person here and there. So
That's
out of
exactly what
every
I was
out
gonna say. None of them ain't doing it. Go ahead, my
yeah,
brother. My bad.
now you good, OG. You got the floor anytime, man. My channel, your channel, OG, is flat power all day, baby. This for the people. You know that. Um
so
so
so out of 2,000 billionaires, guess how many of them are black?
I mean,
15.
Yeah, I was gonna
okay.
say 1%.
Hey, you know, it's
1%,
just
maybe
like,
1.5.
man.
see, I expect that, but say I know it's at least 1,000 millionaires, right?
Oh
Now,
yeah,
how many of them trying to do anything? You
yeah,
know,
that's
all
the
these
thing.
niggas been playing on the same teams and shitting in the leagues. Man, it's been thousands. We could check the Hall of Fame. It's been thousands of these niggas with
Yeah,
millions of dollars. And we ain't see our mind ain't there. See, it's in our heart probably to do that. But when that money comes, see, they already got triggers on the mind that's gonna take it elsewhere. You see what I'm saying? To where a person ain't gonna do what they heart telling them to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say follow your heart. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they got people like, if you control a dollar, you can basically control, you know, what we talking about, exactly what we talking about. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna throw you a couple more million if you make this look like this, or if you can do that, or if you don't, we're gonna take away what you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's a crazy thing, but it's just a job, like we saying, like they just doing a job basically. So me personally, I don't even follow it no more. I used to. I don't follow it no more because it's just to keep the mind entertained. And it's just it's the circus. I don't follow the circus. I never was into soaps. I was never into none of that stuff. So I don't even watch the news, bro.
Right. That's how I look at it, man. I love sports now. I love I train my children with sports. I play sports, but just as far as getting into the whole narrative of the NBA or the NFL or anything like that, it's all a soap opera now. It's all, it's just it's scripted. You know what I mean?
But
So,
yeah, it's good to know. I feel like it's good to know. Of course, it's good to know. But yeah, man, I don't. And then I'm not. I tune out. I tune out of it real easy now.
right, right. And with that being said, so do you think that that was a good thing for us? Because I've been seeing like so many blacks, so-called blacks. I want to use the word so-called blacks, and especially in this time that we in. We dealing with with the pandemic. This pandemic got us kind of in a chokehold right now, under a little bit of pressure. And we were excited about this halftime show. We were excited about shucking and bucking and jiving. That's why I say I'm gonna be intellectually raw with everything I do, cause I gotta let people know, hey man, I ain't settling it for, I ain't putting up with the shit you putting down. You feel me? So, it's just like a woman in an abusive relationship with a man and a bad relationship. Well, hey, I ain't gonna save you from nothing that you want to be in. So it's just the simple fact of us even talking about our God or whoever your God's supposed to be. Your God's supposed to heal you. Your God's supposed to deliver you or save you. So he's not gonna deliver you or save you from a place that you don't want to leave. He's not gonna deliver you or save you from a disease that you've conceived, that you welcome, that you brought in, that you given up to, that you given your power to. Anybody want to touch on that?
yeah, yeah. That what I was saying. Like, cause a lot of people, lost they a lot of people lost their bearing when that pandemic hit. because I'm just like, they put that snake venom out there, and everybody went and ran and got it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you would. I'm like, hold up. You mean to tell me you profess all this faith in the Lord Jesus Christ and God, and you mean to tell me you don't have faith and you're afraid of a common cold? And like that I just couldn't understand people of faith who profess all this love and just this holiness for your creator or your God, and you don't even believe that he can deliver you from a common cold. So, when I saw that, man, I knew a lot of people was either asleep or they just refused to open their eyes or something, man. I don't know. It's and to this day I'm still baffled by it. Like,
See, that's what I'm saying about, you know, it's a trick inside the treat. You feel me? The very things that we're welcoming, the very things that give us power, the very things that we're proud of, these things have been compromised. We have to totally stop participating. We have to understand that our spiritual system has been compromised. Our belief systems has been compromised. Our economic system has been compromised. Our medical system has been compromised. How are we still losing and it's not a
Facts.
physical fight? Because
All
it's
that shit been compromised.
a cold war going on. And what I mean by cold is that you can't see it. It ain't physical. That's why they say this thing ain't physical. It's spiritual. And this ain't it. It's spiritual because your spiritual energy is being sucked out of you. Like I told you, that vampire, he gotta pluck his teeth inside you first, then suck it out. But because it's affecting you spiritually, it's affecting you mentally, which is now being displayed physically.
It's just brain. It's crazy how our people still have faith in the FDA, the Food Drug and Administration, any of those organizations. Because like the brother said, that's basically why I changed. I seen this coming 10 years ago. That's why I changed my diet. I really seen it coming 7 to 10 years ago. And that's why I changed my diet, all of that, because I got out of the city where I was living at, moved to a small town, because I seen all this shit coming, man. Our people, like 2015, when I buried my daughter, man, I lost faith in this whole system, everything, not some things, everything. And it was a struggle for me and my wife. I knew either it was gonna make us or it was gonna break us. And basically, that's when I took my health in my own hands. I stopped believing in them doctors. I stopped believing in all of the science, medicine, politics, like you said, my brother. And I started taking my health in my own hands, researching about different herbs, something they don't want us to know about that I'm gonna keep bringing up. Herbs. I can Google ginger root and see what the benefits are for ginger root. What I mean? They don't want us to know about the herbs and cleaning out our body. It has something to do with our bloodstream. We have to clean out our bloodstream regularly since this is going on, because they targeting our upper respiratory system and our gut. And I'm gonna say this: standard American diet is killing us. It's killing us slowly. Y'all got it, brothers.
Yes, sir. I couldn't agree with that more, man. Definitely, man. That's a fact, man, and we can see it every day. Like, you know, a lot of people are scared of that. The big the thing going around, right?
Yeah, the C word, the jab word.
Yeah, but it's been happening, right? If you want to look at it as far as like death rate and all, it's been happening in other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And they got our participation in it, and that's the crazy part. But like you said, it's time that we're starting to educate ourselves, understand things a little more, experiment. You know what I'm saying? Doing some research.
Cause really I'm 56, bro. I ain't on none of their medication. None of them. Haven't took their medication in 20 or plus years. You see what I'm saying? I ain't dependent on it. Yes, it is.
Beautiful thing.
And too many of our people are dependent on the system or their doctors or even this food.
Right. I think people forget that their body is a machine that wants to survive. So all we got to do is get out of the way, understand what it needs and what it don't need. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is understand that, and get out of the way means stop putting the wrong shit in it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way, give your body what it needs to keep that machine running. It's a machine that want to survive, to heal itself. We can see that if you cut your arm, your body gonna stitch itself back together. It's crazy, and it happens right in front of us all the time. But the same thing happened within us inside. So if you go to these people and they tell you got a disease or whatever, your body can heal that too. It wants to survive. It's trying to keep you alive. But we got to feed it the right energy. We gotta feed it the same chemistry that we came from. I mean, the same chemistry that we came from, like, what we see in nature, the natural stuff. Because what we do is we take that chemistry, not us, but, these industries we talking about, they take that chemistry and manipulate it and create different things to sell us. And we buy it and we put the stuff in our bodies. Our bodies can't handle it. It's unnatural. It's too complex.
Yeah, can you speak on like meat eating and the common diet opposed to natural diet and some of the things that you teach with the herbs and the juices?
Yeah, for sure. Like I like to put it like this. Like if you think naturally, right? If you look at the human body, you could just look at your eyes, what you equipped with. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was dropped, let's say if you was dropped in the middle of nowhere, how can you survive? You had no weapons. You had nothing. Do you think you could tackle a deer? We just start with a deer. Could you catch a fucking squirrel? We're not equipped to hunt like that. And if you do catch it, let's say you catch a deer, right? You're running it down, no weapons. You jump on the deer's back. I mean, if you think about the situation, the deer is way stronger than the average human. But let's say you get it down to the ground. How you gonna tear through its flesh? With your nails? With your teeth? You got to look at the human design, like the design of the body. We're primates, like monkeys. They're not carnivores. Carnivores, meat is the most complex food on the planet. Protein is basically a virus. It's basically complex chemistry. But when you put anything complex in the body, just like anything, there's combustion. You get in the car, you put gas in it, it comes out smoke. That's the waste. Everything has waste. So the more meat you put in your body, the more waste is created. That's acid. That's the other side of chemistry. The chemistry that causes, death and decay is that side of chemistry. And we can see this side of chemistry in our minds and all that negative thought. That's what that is. It's that side of chemistry. But going back to the physical body and how it translates that energy is exactly that. It's the pH, like you mentioned earlier. But so when you eat meat, it digests it and it has waste. But that waste accumulates in the body over time. And if you let's say you keep sticking to the standard, the American diet, right? You're just accumulating so much waste because you're putting unnatural things in it. We're not supposed to drink cow's milk. What sense does it make?
We won't do no cow milk.
We're not supposed to. What sense does that make? Like, since when do we?
That's a fact.
Since when do you see a farm or you see a cow and you want to go under the cow and drink the milk? I mean, just thinking of that would make a person sick. But nobody think of this. Would you go put your baby under a cow to drink milk?
Hey, speaking of a cow, man, not to cut you off, bro. I sent the picture to bro Sanchez. He's so damn funny. That's my brother. Salute to bro Sanchez, man.
Look,
Hey, I sent them a picture, man, with these Africans letting these cows piss on their head because they ain't got no water near. They ain't got no river near. They got dirt and shit all on their head and face. The cow went to piss and he stuck his head. Man, I should screen share.
that's crazy. But yeah, so so the cow's milk, you got to think of what the milk is for. It's for a baby calf, right? Like it has a lot of calcium, which is true, but it's too much for the human body. A mother's milk, any mother of any species you name, the mother's milk is for that species only. And that's the problem. We put a lot of different things and chemistry in our body, and then we look at all our diseases and our illnesses, and we we they don't connect it for us. That's why we got to connect. We got to do our own research and all that. But again, you putting anything foreign in the body, it's going to create waste, and it's going to create disease and sickness. That's just the way it is. The body's not
background noise. Hey, if you're not talking,
yeah.
press the mute button for me, please. Go ahead, Ron.
But yeah, the system's not flowing like it's supposed to. Like we was talking about earlier, the blood. Hello?
Oh yeah, we here.
Y'all here?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
So the
Yeah, we
body's
want to
not
welcome.
functioning.
We
Yeah,
want to
go ahead.
welcome the new brother to the panel, Uno X. Peace and power, family.
What's
The floor
up,
is
bro?
open.
Peace, peace.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back listening, waiting for, you know what I'm saying, something I can add on to.
Okay.
I agree with bro saying, you know what I'm saying? We do a whole lot of things we ain't supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why all this stuff is going on in the world right now, you know what I'm saying? All this sickness and stuff. But yeah, most sickness come from animals and stuff.
Yeah, and it all go without a diet. Food and drugs go hand in hand. Uh, you know, and when we get on those drugs are only counteracting with the food that we eat. You know, it's a lot of medical conditions um that I had, that I no longer have. It's a lot of energy issues that I had that I no longer have. Just being on an electrified diet. And like I say, I cheat. Um, I'm having a soda right now. You know, I just eat less meat as possible. I try to drink as less sodas and stuff like that as possible. Drink as much water as I can. Most of my diet is fish based. Um, and that's a tilapia or bake. Just try to the meat that's not gonna clog up inside of me. We got to think about eating our food lean as we can. If you're gonna eat meat, eat it lean. Don't be a vampire. Don't bite into the blood. You know what I mean? If you're gonna eat it, if you're gonna do it, try to do it the best way you can. It's kind of hard to, because a lot of people food tied into their spiritual system. Like bro was saying, when you go visit your family on holidays, they all eating a certain way. If you've been a vegan and you just going to visit, then you know you that ham, that's Christmas time. And a lot of people lose their families and stuff when they don't celebrate holidays and stuff like this. So once again, this is affecting us on a mental level, a spiritual level, and a physical level. I'll fall back, man. The floor is open. Salutes to everybody on the panel. Salutes to the chat. Salutes to the moderators. Peace and power to everybody, man. Much love and respect. I appreciate everybody for being here.
Yeah, much love, much respect, bro. I just want to say something because you mentioned something that I'll be wrong if I didn't take. That tilapia, man. You gotta leave that alone, man. That's a clone fish. That's not natural. You can look it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I know that
Yeah, it's
tilapia.
not natural. They make them in the farms, my brother. That's like a GMO fruit. You gotta be real careful.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Like I say, man,
Look
that's just one
for
of
the
the
ones that
things.
say wild caught.
Yeah, the
My
wild
mother
one.
taught me that. Anything wild caught.
Hey, I got
Yeah.
I got a question for the panel. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, I've been vegan for about 6 months now, you know what I'm saying? And I be trying to push it on other people. And I wanna ask, how realistic do y'all think that these old grandmas and these people in East Asia that been eating like this for all their life, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say if we had to do it, like if let's just say coronavirus was in the meat and motherfuckers was catching that shit. Like how realistic is it that everybody around the world, no matter their culture, you know what I'm saying, they probably been living that culture for centuries or whatnot, that they'll change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's realistic.
Yeah, I
Even if,
say it's unrealistic, but the way they process the meat these days is really what makes it bad.
yeah, they gotta be putting like
The process.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's preserved on the shelf for so long.
I wanna bring it back to I mean, y'all could tell me what y'all think about this, but what you think about like basically humans, so we I think we like frugivores. I think our diet should be mainly fruit and vegetables, raw. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're supposed to eat nothing cooked. If we gotta cook it or process it in any way, I think you putting, you're basically acidifying it, whatever you're eating. We're the only species that cook our food. So there's an issue right there. What y'all think of
Yeah.
that?
Nah, I think you're 100% right. And even like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think certain stuff is meant for us. Like you said, if you ain't had no tools, no knives or nothing, certain stuff you're not gonna even be able to get into like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even when an animal eat meat, they eat the whole thing. They eating the bones, all that head. We be throwing shit away. You know what I'm saying? We don't even eat the guts. We discarding shit. You know what I'm saying? So at
Right,
least when you eat fruit, like it give you a seed. You know what I'm saying? You can take that seed and get more fruit. When you eat
right,
meat, you a bone, you just throw that shit away. You know what I'm saying?
right. Primates, basically, our brain, our electricity in our body is the most important thing, and fruit gives you the most electricity. It's hydrating. It gives you the most electricity. It gets the body moving. But like OG mentioned, the GMO stuff, it's becoming a thing to find good fruit. That's the issue. I
Yeah,
don't remember ask, I don't remember asking for nothing seedless. I don't understand.
we got a question in the chat. Um, if you run out of water, you're supposed to drink your pee after a little while. I don't really know. Anybody wanna talk on that? Now I do know about doing that. I kind of don't want to get into it because I don't want to promote.
That's
Uh,
survivalist shit. You ain't.
yeah,
That's if
yeah, I
you
don't really
survive.
want to.
You trying to survive out in the wilderness, man.
Yeah, and then you got it's a certain things you got to do that. You just don't want to do that. By the time you doing that, your body not pushing out no waste no more. It's gonna be done like refiltered so many times. So you don't want to go eat no Popeyes, then pee in a cup and drink it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your body's smarter than you think it is too. Like it'll hold on to a lot of water
Yeah,
before you.
I just got to put a disclaimer out there on that one,
Yeah,
man. But if anybody know about it, y'all go ahead and speak on it.
I don't think that's something I would never do. I would never do that because urine comes from the kidneys, basically the bladder, of course, but the kidneys is where that's where the waste get filtered to the urine, into the bladder. So what you're pissing out is waste. Just like when you take a shit, it's waste. Everything that comes out is waste. Your body don't want it, don't need it. So drinking it doesn't. That shit don't make sense. That's like eating your own shit.
Well, you just brought that up, so it's something else I want to touch on. Like in the Bible, it's some other things that I'm studying on. When the other things when they were speaking on eating a dong, I'm studying on that they was actually talking about eating mushrooms, the dong of a cow. They was actually talking about eating mushrooms, and I'm gonna have a series for y'all on that here pretty soon once I finish with my research.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Bible, I ain't gonna lie, it's like a big spell book, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
Right. And it's missing a lot. It's mystic. That's why. You gotta kind of know how to identify the energy and where it's going. It's like a puzzle piece or the Da Vinci Code. But I
yeah,
fall back.
it really ain't meant for everybody. That's why they got it in the Masonic lodges. You know what I'm saying? So if you know how to read it, it's really telling you how to do rituals and how to get in touch with spirits and shit like that.
Yeah,
But you
it's
got,
all magic. It's all magic.
yeah, yeah, man. They say it's a lot of stuff going on in there. I think that hyssop, that hyssop they be talking about. I
Uh-huh.
think.
No, no, you can expound for us.
Well, I ain't too well versed on. I know they be speaking about Jesus had some wine and some hyssop or something like that. And I looked up hyssop. I think it's some kind of tree or herb or something like that. I think they were talking about weed. You know what I'm saying?
And what I want us to do is, if we are gonna reference the Bible, I want us to um use it in a spiritual sense, in a spiritual or chemical sense, because we have to realize it is a math book, it is a chemist book, but it's not literal, So that's what we gonna have our issues at with the literal sense. I ain't gonna surf today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going surfing today. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got my robe, man. We can't surf today. So you know, go ahead, man. If y'all wherever y'all mind taking y'all, man, I'm gonna fall back for a minute, man. Y'all take the floor for a minute. Anybody?
yeah. Speaking on the fruit and stuff, like they having like a lot of fruit come from Mexico and stuff. I just read that there was a ban on avocados in America and shit, and they talking about because of some kind of bugs and stuff they can bring over here. I think they trying to do something. 'Cause they said the cartel had threatened somebody that worked for the U.S. Border Patrol or some shit, talking about, oh, y'all gonna take these motherfucking avocados or whatnot, and now they taking them. But I think that has something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? That girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's off topic, but that's just something interesting I read up on today.
Yeah, man. Y'all can go into if y'all want to change the topic, go right ahead. I'm gonna look this up real quick for the chat. Go ahead.
Yes. So where y'all see the world going in the next 5 years, man? Anybody want to speak on that?
Okay. Just 1 second. I pulled this up for a question in the chat. Can y'all see my screen? Share.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amniotic fluid is clear, slightly yellowish liquid that surrounds the unborn baby, the fetus during pregnancy. It is contained in the amniotic sac. Polyhydramnios may occur when a fetus cannot swallow a normal amount of amniotic fluid due to gastrointestinal, neurological, or other problems. How is it produced? Um, Amniotic fluid is present from the formation of gestational sac. Amniotic fluid is in the amniotic sac. It is generated from the maternal plasma and passes through the fetal membranes by osmotic and hydrostatic forces. So, okay, I can stop right there. Uh, the person in the chat that asked the question, it's generated from the mother's plasma, and we all know our plasma is stored inside of our blood. We all know our plasma is our electricity. We all know our plasma is how we are the first beginning basic stages what projects us into this reality, because it was so much plasma even inside of the sperm. This is what carried us over into this reality. This is what would mix with your mother's plasma. It would be a small plasma base with the sperm and the blood and the water, and your mother's plasma would absorb into it, and her plasma would mostly be the amniotic fluids. These fluids would uh, basically serve for different functions. In case there's a problem, it would serve to eat up certain infections, or it would turn certain colors and certain forms and stages of its form if there's a problem like that. And this could be something that we can look at like uh, kind of like a weather projector or some, how you can look at your urine and know how you need to drink some water, or how you can look at your stool and know that you need to change something in your diet or something like that. So that was interesting to whoever asked that question. Anybody can take the floor and change the topic if you want. We've been on a while and we cooking right now. It's a nice bill. I like the energy. I want to keep going. So once again, salutes to the chat, salutes to the panel.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even really got nothing to add in. Like, unless somebody wanna, like, I know Big Dog don't want to talk about the Bible, but shit.
Yeah, I want to go back into as now we had a thing
Y'all
earlier.
can talk about whatever y'all want, bro. I'm cool.
Nah, I
That's
had
the
a
area I'm working on. So y'all help me work on it. Go ahead. Y'all good.
Yeah, I had a thing earlier, man, where they were saying that white people were created and all that. So anybody who feels that type of way, I'd like for you guys to expound on it. Now, I don't believe in races. I believe it's one race. I believe we are different runners inside of the race. That's why we losing, because we made to think it's more than one race going on, and we ain't focusing on the one that we in. This is why the person we running again is beating us. We looking for another race, and it's the race. So with that being said, who, if anybody on the panel feels like there's a separate creation story. Now, what I do know, there is a person on this earth who is in control, who we under control of. And what I do know, that this person is not natural, because this person keeps inventing things and passing us into self-destruction. This person is making it hard to breathe on this earth. This person I have not identified, because as I know, is more than one kind of so-called white person. Is more than one kind of so-called black person. So I'll let y'all expound on that if you want to. I'll fall back.
Well, off the last thing you just said, uh, yeah, you really can't put no color on who's running the earth, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a collective and they just evil people and they just following the spirit. That's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? The people who run the world, they know about this spirituality and they working with that other side for riches and shit like that. But as far as where they come from, it's got to be like out of two things, in my opinion. Either either we was all created at one time and then like different areas just had different people, just like they got the polar bear, they got the grizzly bear, the panda bear, and they all in different areas, but they all bears. So that's all them created at one time. Or it could have been genetic mutation, like how you have like a black lady, she has an albino child, and then the albino child mate with another albino child, and they just keep going, and then it just mutates on until they get white people. But if you look at it though, that's what I'm saying. I'm black, but I don't be in my ego and shit. It low key makes sense for it to be the other way around, low key, because if you look at your palms is white. You know what I'm saying? White people palms is white too, but you know what I'm saying? They all white. It's like if you just add brown on the outside a white person, you got a black person, white palms, white bottom of the feet. You know what I'm saying?
Now, now I just brought up the urine therapy. Put my brother on the panel. Shout outs to you, brother. Salute. You want to go in on this on the urine therapy? I just screen shared it for you. If not, anybody can go in. You know, urine therapy or uropathy. Oh no, I'm looking at this. They got names.
I mean,
Uh,
it wouldn't make sense to me for you to drink your urine unless you really
but this
about
would
to die.
it says the application of human urine for medicinal or cosmetic purposes, including drinking of one's own urine and massaging one's skin or gums with one's own urine. Urine therapy or uropathy in alternative medicine application of human. Yeah, so that's the same thing. Wow, what can urine be used to treat? The idea of urine therapy started around the 20th century. People claim that it works to cure some medical conditions, such as hair loss. It has been used in cancer treatment for cleansing of the cardiovascular system. Once again, Key Norfolk with the Nation One Love podcast show and my panel. I got to make a disclaimer right now. This is Google. Google says urine therapy is good for medical purposes. Um,
Hey,
Anybody want to touch on that?
click on that one that say is human urine toxic.
It says urine is non-toxic, although it contains urea and other substances which can be toxic if they are not excreted and reach high concentrations in the body.
So this how I feel on it. I don't know why you would do that anyway. But if you're drinking a whole bunch of water, then your piss is gonna come out pretty clear, and then it's pretty much gonna be just like water anyway. But if you ain't drinking enough water and you got a whole lot of toxins in your system, that's how your body get the toxins out. So you may as well bathe in trash if you're gonna bathe in some toxic urine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't personally even consider it myself. And I really don't want to get into it, but I heard it, some people say it worked for them. What I'm here to do is kind of, like I said, tether everything together. I don't want to change anyone's way of thinking. I'm not here to recruit anyone. I'm just here to expound on things that I know from research and experience. And if it can help somebody, it'll help somebody, and maybe somebody can help me. We here to build. Steel sharpens steel, and iron sharpens iron. So, I'm not here to give a push or a pull. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to do both and dance and be in harmony with anything anybody has, any practices anybody have, anybody believe in anything, it's peace and power. I just want to put that out there as well.
Yeah, that's one of those things I would never subscribe to. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. It's another one of those things, more information out there cause more confusion, and then people end up doing shit they have no idea what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just part of the whole, it's the mental game. If you throw a lot of information out there, you confuse the you know, the occupants or whatever, however you want to put it. Like, this kind of stuff make no sense if you think about the human body, and if you think about chemistry, and you think about duality. You put all those things together. Again, your body removes waste. Whatever whatever comes out of it, no matter what these fools are telling us, that don't make no sense to put urine in the face. They're really trying to see how stupid we are. That's the crazy shit. That's my
Yeah,
take.
yeah, that sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? The right person say the right thing, and everybody just start doing it without even doing no research or using their common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I want to welcome Sir Drop to the bill. Peace and power, family. Salutes to y'all. The floor is open. You guys can interject at any time. Just a little bit of order, not too much over each other, but I can already tell the energy is beautiful. Salutes to everybody. The floor is open.
Shit, what's going on, man? What's happening, man? I just and I don't know what y'all building on.
Was good, drop.
What's
What's
good, Drop?
going
My
on
brother
with it?
said Drop. It's an open discussion debate, but we've been talking about urine therapy. We've been talking about the Super Bowl, whether I wanted everybody to take a look at, how does that make us look as the so-called black race or the people or anything? Do that make us look
It
like
make Yeah, it make us look like the you ever saw Django? I remember the two niggas was fighting in the living room. That's what
yeah,
it make us look like because we looking at them like, yeah, they made it. They made it to the league. We're not looking at the people that pay them. That's the majestic right there. The person that all right, you'll look at a doctor, right? And you'll be like, yeah, he making X amount of money. But who you need to look at is the non-face, the sumo, the person that pays the doctor, the person that pays LeBron, the person that them is the entities that they don't teach our kids how to be. The real entrepreneurs. They tell you an entrepreneur is somebody that's just doing whatever to make it happen. Entrepreneurism is wealth. It's like when you die, your money still multiplies. And it goes for years. It has nothing to do with how much anybody got. Everybody in your bloodline has money, whether they fuck it up or not. They don't have to make it. It's just in line for their destiny. And niggas, money is not in line with our destiny. So we gotta make it. All the time we spend making money, the people with wealth spend their time enjoying life. So we work hard, they do nothing and still have more than, and it makes it unfair. But that's what I took on what you had just said and shit. But y'all go ahead.
I agree with that.
It's like this. It's like you can come up with the Gatorade. You can come up with the Gatorade, right? And they'll buy it off you, right? They'll give you $1 billion. But what they get from the Gatorade is generational wealth. That means 100 years from now, they're still gonna be selling it and they're gonna make way more than $1 billion. That's why they give it to you. Now, once your family fuck that money off, they still have a company that's gonna make their other generations money. See what I'm saying? And niggas got a problem with just selling out. It's like they want it all for themselves. They like a selfish act. When in reality, if I got something that my kids and then their kids and then their kids and we all can get money off of, it's not for sale. Instead, niggas want that almighty dollar, and it's not about the money. It's about the flow of the money. I can give a broke nigga $2 million right now. If he don't know how to have that shit flow forever, he gonna be broken in fucking 2 years, three at tops, because it's not flowing. It's you spending it and it's going out. It's like a leak in a submarine. Niggas don't understand that it's cool to not be the richest nigga. We be competing with each other way too much. It's cool not to have more money than your homie or have less money than your child, for Christ's sakes. It's cool. You don't have to. What you gotta do is understand how money works. Money make money. So if you give me some money and I don't invest it, then you just gave me some food and whatever I spent the money on. You gave me some food, clothes, and a house. You didn't give me money. Now, when you get the money and you don't touch it, and that money go in multiples, and what I mean by multiples, it's like 20 people in your family that's making this kind of money. This generates wealth. But if you the only nigga making money, You still broke as hell because everybody around you broke as hell. If everybody around you getting money, then you can start seeing some sort of wealth. You see what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree
We
with you
have
on
no
that.
wealth. You got it.
I agree.
We have.
Cause it's only a certain amount of us who get money, is only a certain amount of us who in position to do anything. So, you know, it's like we not getting nowhere. We only getting the praise. We only getting to say, man, look at Mary J. Blige on that stage, or look at Snoop Dogg. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that's reciprocating growth or development for us as a people. So with that being said, what are some of the things that we think that we can really start doing? And you guys can take this conversation anywhere if you want to take it on a mental level, physical level, or spiritual level. Take it anywhere you want to. I want everybody to interact who can on the panel.
I think we need to stop trying to be the biggest boss and try to make everybody a boss. You know what I'm saying? When you make everybody a boss, you ain't gotta worry about nobody trying to rob you. You ain't gotta worry about nobody asking you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just doing their own thing. Everybody eating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the same level. You ain't looking down on nobody. Ain't nobody looking down on you. We just even. Eye to eye.
I want to add to that just real quick. I think yeah, like I think the mind is the true currency, because without the mind, like, you wouldn't have the idea to do whatever it is that you're doing to make the money, to make the physical dollar. So the mind is the true currency, and I think that's where we should place the value first. So if I'm engaging with somebody, like, let's say I go get for a job interview or something, and I'm sitting in a job interview talking about what I could physically do for this person. You know what I'm saying? But if I have an idea, just one idea could put millions of dollars in somebody else's pocket. The idea. So the value is in the mind. But you're right, bro. Like, that translates to the physical dollar. But I think we should look at it a little different and place the value in our minds first and negotiate off that.
On which you on that, the values in the mind, the value starts in the mind, but there's a end journey with the value. It got to come out off the tongue. It got to start in your pineal. It got to start in the seed of your brain, but it should come down that slide, and it should slip off of the tongue to project this power, to project this vibration, to project this sound, to project this light, because they say the tongue is the most powerful thing. See, they give us one side of the scale. It's just like we'll get into um um who's the strongest, women or men, or who has the most important role, men or women, or who's at fault, men or women, who's slacking, men or women. Where does it come from? What we talking about? The mind. What's more powerful, the mind or the tongue? It's all working and function like the sun and the moon. It's not supposed to be a battle. It's supposed to be a beautiful dance and harmony.
You said it's supposed to be the monorail, huh?
Man,
Everything supposed to be a two-step. Yeah.
we supposed to be two stepping, man. We could do it Chicago style. You feel me?
Hey, but look though, now what we do is I don't want to say black people. I want to say average people, right? Because people act like white people ain't as broke as us. Now what's happening is we don't power up, right? We get our juice, but we spend it. So we never power all the way up to a finish him Mortal Kombat move. We spend all our resources while our power is so low. If everybody power up and quit giving this money back and just keep it, just live regular. I don't care how much money you got. Keep your car on a fucking half a tank, fuck a full tank. Keep your you know listen, man, quit giving all the money back because that's what empowered them. It's not us giving them the money that's powering them. It's us giving them the money that's powering them. Now, what I know that sounded weird, but the flow of the money is what powers them. If we stop the flow of the money, they gotta bow down because what else is moving for them? We thinking we doing everything. All they doing is having us work for money to keep them in power. Now, if we quit spending it, all I'm paying is my motherfucking rent, and I'm buying a bucket that don't have no card note on it. That bitch at 2002, and goddamn it, I'm gonna sit on my hands and stack my money. They can't stand that because if everybody do that, minimum wage will go up to $20 just to get people back in the workforce. Just sit down and live right. Everybody want to be this tycoon. Fuck that. You gonna be a tycoon one day. If everybody just sit on their hands, I ain't buying shit but weed. Or I'm only dealing with my habits. My little cable TV, my little gas in the car, and that's it, dog. Ain't no clothes, ain't none of that. Man, I'm buying white tees out of Dollar General. Now what? If everybody do that, they'll see that bras going out buying $200 wigs. No, just go get you a $40 wig and rock it. And just cut everything in half that you do. And you will see how everything is. You will see how gas prices will go down to $1.99 if you ain't putting no gas in your car. Long as you filling that bitch up and it's at $5, they gonna keep it there. Long as you keep buying them high ass cigarettes, they gonna keep it. Long as back up and just say, no, I'm cool. I ain't smoking no more cigarettes. Man, cigarettes will go down to $2 a pack. Off top. Anything. Anything. Quit buying weed and watch your hood start selling 3 grams for 10.
And
Watch,
then
just quit buying it.
I
You
want
got
to
it.
I want to see, do anybody feel that this price inflation was a kind of, you know how you smoke them out the house then shoot them, you know what I'm saying? Do anybody feel like that's what's going on with this price inflation type of thing? Is it because, are they trying to draw up the dollar, or are they simply just trying to and fluctuate the dollar? Are they trying to take it off of the street? Are they trying to where y'all feel they going with this price inflation thing? Are they making resources tighter for us, trying to starve us out? There's many scenarios, so y'all feel free to interject on how y'all feel about this price inflation and this food shortage thing that's been happening lately.
I think it's just to get people to prioritize where you spending your money at, man. Motherfuckers will get $300 in food stamps, you know what I'm saying, and go spend that shit on $100 in crab legs and stuff. Now that shit is going up, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna be able to eat if you out here trying to live above your means, you know what I'm saying. So you need to
It's
cut.
all it's all economics, man. It's all to keep the economy moving. The economy is what they live off of. I ain't say it right, but for the economy, that's how they get rich because they tax everything that's bought, everything that's spent, everything that moves. What dude's saying, Kings in New York, the nickel bag gets sold in the park I want in. That's the government's mentality. That's why if they not getting cut in, I don't care what you doing in life. If you getting money and the government not cut in, you're going to jail. I wouldn't give a fuck how you look at it. You can be selling T-shirts. Don't pay the government. You're going to jail for selling T-shirts. You gotta pay them. So long as that economy is moving and they getting their tax profit, they gonna always have the upper hand. You gotta look at it like this. Say you got an ATM machine, right? You put your card in, they charge you $2.50, right? All right, cool. That's money going to somebody for nothing. Now you gotta multiply every ATM across the world every day on every transaction. That's how many $2.50 is happening. That's the ATM machine. So they keep us going to the ATM machines. They keep us sliding that card. They keep us using credit. They keep us in debt. Then they empower. Once we can starve and eat oodles, everybody eat oodles and noodles for 1 month, and you will see the whole world. Don't buy shit else. I don't care if you a vegan, bitch. If you can't buy nothing for $1, don't buy it. And boom, watch the whole everything change. 1 month, everybody sit on their hands and live off the bare minimum. Everybody, I'm talking about rich people, everybody. And the whole shit has changed, but people not willing to do that. They ready to shit on each other. They ready to show their peers how they're living. They're ready to say, I'm this and you that. Look at me. You thought I wasn't gonna be nothing. Everybody is judging each other instead of judging the system that's tearing us down. You understand me? And I'm a hypocrite because I'm trying to live good too. Don't get it twisted. When y'all ready, I'm ready. But if y'all not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna still live my best life. But when everybody ready to say fuck this, let's do it. I'm down, man. I'm down, bro. I'm down to say fuck all this shit. For 1 month. It's only a month of starvation to change the world. We can't do that. We can't starve for 1 month. That's crazy.
Right. Just can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, bro.
Okay, we're good, man. Peace and power to everybody on the panel, man. How y'all feeling, man? It's been a while since I've been on, man. I know I've been kind of busy and
Grand Rising,
everything.
good brother. Grand Rising.
Peace and
Yeah,
power,
man.
my brother.
So just
Salute
to
you.
elaborate on that, what you were talking about, like the inflation and the value of $1 and everything, it's like everything is becoming a talent show. You know what I'm saying? It's like the celebrities, you know what I'm saying, the people in power pick certain celebrities to market and brand certain products that they know that us as black people as a whole, FBAs or immigrants, even white people, just gonna buy that high dollar stuff. You know, we pride ourselves in this world now on buying the most expensive t-shirt or buying the most expensive shoes or having the most expensive flat car or things of that nature. But the actuality, what we should be doing, we should be saving that money, rotating that money in the neighborhood within ourselves. So we really have to blame ourselves because not everybody, but mostly part of us, we got to blame ourselves because a lot of people just don't know how to respect money. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that $500 paycheck. We want to go to the club. We want to go get an outfit. We want to buy a quarter ounce of gas. Well, if you drink, you're going to get you a fifth of something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay it in the club. You might pay a couple homeless way in the club. You might see a fly girl in the club. You might buy her a couple drinks. So that $500 check that you got on Friday, you went to the club with, now you ain't got about $125 left. You ain't paid none of your major bills you need to be paying, your light bill. You ain't put $50 on your groceries. You ain't bought your baby no Pampers. I mean, in this today in societies, we glorify shitting on the next person with the little money we get. Everybody that's in America right now, if you ain't got over $100,000 in your bank account, you broke. You absolutely broke. We go paycheck to paycheck, hustle to hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one that experienced that. A lot of more people go through that because we don't have the avenues to mainstream major income that way. A lot of them avenues are blocked because we got certain gatekeepers out here that would shadow ban you and keep you from getting to the next level and keep you just getting that little money like bread feeding you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you think about you and you take to yourself, you think about, man, these folks are getting all this money. And it's like, why I can't get that type of money? And I'm sitting here struggling. And it's like, it's crazy, but you gotta look at the agenda part, especially in the entertainment industry. You gotta look at like they don't really own themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they really got their money just to stunt, to make you stunt and fuck off all your money every week. And you fuck around and get put out, your lights get cut off, you lose your family. I mean, like in this day in time, it's like a big talent show. Everybody audition to be a clown. You know what I'm saying? It's like we work so hard for the little money that we do get, and we spending it all right back. Like nobody's saving no money. Nobody's investing in nothing real. Like ain't nobody investing on farm equipment. Ain't nobody investing in a neighborhood grocery store. Ain't nobody invested in a water study for us. Ain't nobody investing in housing. Nobody doing these things, but we doing all the opposite. It's like when you want some versus what you need. You know what I'm saying? So like we tend to go with what we want instead of what we need. Like I know I need to pay that light bill because I got that cutoff notice. If I don't pay it, they're gonna cut it out. We're gonna be in the dark in this pay period. So they'll skip, they won't pay their light bill, but you're gonna go have a ball this weekend, but you're gonna come back to a dog apartment or a dog house. I mean, like our priorities just not in the right place. And it is crazy that we've been blind by society on certain things. Like they keep us dumbed down enough to keep you spending money elsewhere besides spending money where you need to spend your money at. See, back in the 60s, they didn't really have that problem. So that's where it really started. It started in the 60s when the government and the people at B came in and started, look what these black people are, the generator of the economy. Like we make everything move. If we wasn't here, would nothing move. Would nobody buy no gas, would nobody buy no clothes, purses, weave, hair products, would nobody buy nothing because we make the economy move. They move off our dollar. Just like when you get to the women, when you get to health and beauty, women have spent over $30 trillion just on her product alone, just that certain class. That ain't white women, that ain't Hispanic women, that's strictly black women spend all the money on her products, and we don't even own a beauty shop. We only, well, I can't say, let me take that back. We own beauty shops, but we don't own a beauty supply. We not the supplier of beauty products, we the consumer. So we ready to think about renting instead of about buying or owning. So today we really got to start getting more into ownership. We got to start owning the resources because they draining us from all the resources. So we don't own anything. We own 10% of 100%, and that's very, very low, you know. So like then when a black person do get a little money and do have some money where they could change not only their own lives, but a few more people's lives, for them people could change other people's lives, they're ready to go spend their money elsewhere. Like I do films and all that type of stuff. Like people would rather pay me less dollar to do work, but they'll go right over here to these white people and get them folks $2,500, but want to pay me $150 for the same work. So it's like we got a complex on thinking if it ain't white, it's right. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to work with your fellow brethren. Like it's when it come down to that, it's on us, and it's not enough of us that's woke up, that's willing to work with each other and
I'm gonna step
network.
off for a second. My bad, bro. Not to cut you off. You can finish up. I'm gonna step off for a few minutes. Just take a
Yeah, we
quick
got
break.
you, homie. We'll hold it down.
Thank you, brother. The hand
Yeah.
can go next. The hand that's up and go next. Peace and power to the panel.
It's just like we as a nation, we just like we not selfish people, but we selfish. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to see nobody come up like me. I want to see everybody come up just look like me, just my brother and sister. I might not know you from the man in the mirror, but I want to see you prosper. I want to see you come up. But we got a lot of people out here who have been mind fucked to hate you, to not want you to come on, to not want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? We got so much of it out here, and that's why we really in a predicament we in today, because we got certain people out here who don't want to see the next person rise. Like each one of us got a time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be everybody's time to shine. So nobody want to wait. Everybody want to be the man or the woman, or everybody want to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to have some workers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be a chief. You got to have a couple of Indians. You know what I'm saying? So until we can understand that process and start working together as a whole, and to eliminate all the negative people out of our community, we're gonna be better. We're gonna be good, because if you look at it, we create everything. I mean, from if you go all the way back to the goddamn stoplight until now, the internet, like we create everything. Everything moves around us. So like we got that power in us to rebuild and keep rebuilding and keep rebuilding and to keep recreating things. But we just don't have the dollar right now, because like I said, we spending our dollars in the wrong places. Like me, I don't even wear no designer. Like my partner, them, they love that designer shit. That shit ugly to me. I don't like it. I'm not gonna go in the store and go just spend $500 for no t-shirt. And I can go goddamn in this Walmart and buy me. If I'm gonna spend $500 on a t-shirt, I could buy $500 worth of t-shirt and get t-shirts out in the neighborhood to the kids and to people who are unfortunate. But we're ready to go fuck their money off and stun on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I think it's really like a mental thing too. It got to be something mental because like I won't go spend no money like that. I'd rather get the money back in the neighborhood or pay a bill or invest in something. You know what I'm saying? That you're gonna get a return in, but people don't respect money. So
Yeah,
I would like to say good evening to everyone. I had to step out of the line for a moment, but I wanted to be patient and hear what the topics were as I came back in. And I would like to first say for those that weren't in earlier, I'm Shalonda, and I usually am the one that will speak on spiritual matters, but staying true to form as far as the topic for this evening. I want to say that what I've heard so far, I'm over 95% agreeable with, but from a female perspective of color, who has predominantly been a single parent of 6 children, there are some very unique differences. I have seen a progression, exactly what Brother Yo Street was speaking on, and others previously, that has been a mindset in the past, especially from the 60s into the 80s and especially in the 90s. But here, approaching the millennium and beyond, a lot of our youth, I spoke on this previously before I was interrupted and had to leave the line. Our youth is now been blessed with the presence of mind to know that you've been born with a specific skill set and gifting. And if you do this, the things that you already authentically love and enjoy, you can make a substantial profit off of it and be a blessing to others as well as making the money, because most of the time it begins as just, I'm just doing something I really enjoy. And there are now more young, I can literally say boys and girls of color who have entered into thousands and millions of dollars simply by doing the things that they love. And that is proof of the pudding that we are not still relegated to that financial mindset of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even the 90s, that things are indeed progressing and changing. Probably not as much as we would like to in some areas and others, but overall, I think the elders used to say something according to when you learn better, you're supposed to do better. And the position of a parent is supposed to give our children what we learned so that they don't have to repeat our mistakes. Oftentimes when the parents are too consumed with, as other brothers stated earlier, trying to put on fronts like we got it going on, then the children are left behind and end up not only repeating their mistakes, but making so much of their own. And that's what also a thing that has held us back as a people, not even limited to color, because I see other children of other cultures who are just Americanized, for lack of a better term, because around the world, they're strict. And in many cases have become even more strict. And I was born in 1974. I remember much stricter times. My people were much more strict on me. I refer to myself as the last of the old school because I've been very strict on my children. And everything that I present is not just me talking to hear the sound of my voice. These are things that I've actually implemented and reaped the benefits of and seen the rewards from through my own children. So again, I say, brothers, that I'm in over 95% agreement with most of the things that have been said, but just wanted to implement a little bit of a voice from the female and mother perspective that absolutely, not only does a change need to be made, but we're living and experiencing that change is indeed being made.
right, because I could remember back in school, like in the 90s, like going back and like leaving elementary and going into high school, like they wasn't really teaching us a lot about economics freedom. You know what I'm saying? We learned a little small bit. I think I had an economic class like in 11th or 12th grade. It was like a 1 year class, but it was very small. They really didn't teach us much about that. So, and like a lot of our parents really didn't know about economics. They didn't know how to really save a dollar and flip that dollar 10 times or whatever.
Well,
But
some did, some didn't. That's not every. You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
broad spectrum a lot of that, because those that learn better did do better. I come from 5 generations of women, and I actually gave birth to the first boy in 5 generations on both sides of the family. So I was able to give and impart into him all the things that have been imparted into me. My great grandmother lived to be 100, and I'm the only child of my mother. And then my mother was an only child of her mother. And it was extremely important to me that things change. And when I prayed about it and I asked God about it, even as a child myself, God answered. Then when I graduated high school, even in college, I went right back as a substitute teacher because I knew, because I was a subject of the system, what was lacking. I felt very, very charged and energized about re-implementing and emphasizing exactly the things that you're saying, brother, that were missing from our educational system. Teachers weren't making learning fun. The young men who left junior high school because they want to be on the block and make big dollars, like they saw older boys, who they respected and reverenced doing. I said, you missing 7th grade economics and political science. That's the class you need to be able to know what to do when the police roll up. They were
But
shocked and
look,
amazed at me because they wanted to take off running. I was like, no, stand still. This is why it's important to know the laws and your rights. What you take
but
off running for? That's what they want.
but
I would
look,
have
here go
these
the
talks, and
thing.
I'm literally talking in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. These were the types of conversations I'm having because I was the tomboy. I hung out with the
All
fellas. So
right, but
this is something that God has implemented into me from birth. And I would even have, I remember we were on the mall in Little Rock, Arkansas. They did that whole banging in Little Rock and stuff like
I
that.
remember that.
And for somebody like me who grew up with these same folk, I'm looking at on HBO thinking, yeah, they say that on HBO, but when my grandma came outside, them same niggas took off running.
all right,
they
gotta
scared of my grandma,
but
So it was,
let,
to me, it was two sides
let's
of the same
let,
coin.
let's look at it. Let's look at it from that perspective, though, right?
Mhm.
They mama, right? Dope fiend gone. Eviction letter on the door. Water is already off. In the 9th grade. Big homie like, hey, bro, get some paper, bro. Y'all about to go under. Little homie like, cool. Little homie start getting paper. He say, fuck school. So now I'm looking at it like this. The way our environment is set up, it's like where these young niggas gotta really get out and get a job or do something at 50. They can't, they've been taking care of their house since they was 13, stealing cereal out the store, they little sister, all this, that, and the third. Mama gone, daddy locked up. He the man right now. And then he come to school and he looking like, man, bro, this shit ain't getting me no money. When I get out of school, I gotta go home to no water, no electric, a dope fiend mom. So they looking at it like my only alternative to take care of this situation is this, rather is get a job after they drop out of school or drop out of school and motherfucking sell dope. That's all they know. They young, they dumb as hell. Now boom, and now they caught up and now they 24. They all the way wrapped up in a life. They actually making good money now, but they never got the training to what to do with the money and get out the game. So now they get locked up because nobody never sat down to teach the dope dealer how to fix his money. All he know is this how I get my money. This how I stop from getting evicted. I'm taking care of my little sister and brother. My mama a dope fiend. This is the psychology they dealing with. So when you say spell dictionary, they don't give a fuck. They just sitting in class going through the motion. They mama not making them do their homework. They mama not doing nothing. They mama gone. They mama gone, left them for the wolves. So cool. Now, once we dealing with these people, we gotta let them know. All right, cool. You did what you had to do to survive. Now it's time to change. And the skills that they picked up in these streets is plentiful. They can actually use it in the corporate businesses. They can actually use the same game They was selling drugs to do something legitimate, right? So they got the teaching, they got the teachings, but they don't got the wisdom. Now, where do we come in at? We come in as aunts, uncles, big bro, big cuz. Hey, bros, man, chill out, man. You doing too much. Do this with your bread. Buy this property. Get out the game. And it's not enough OGs telling these little niggas this shit. They actually trying to eat off these little niggas. So the OGs keep feeding them. And next thing you know, we have no further generation to make nothing happen. All they know is get money, and go to jail. That's all they know. Get money, go to jail, and if you fuck with my money or anything that's mine, I'm blowing your head off. That's all they know. When we was, like you said, you was in 74, I was born in 75. We had OGs that actually disciplined people. You couldn't be 15 and a man in your hood. The man, you probably had you a little 8-ball or some little dumb little shit to get you some Jordans. These little niggas right now, man, they got $100,000, 17, 100,000. So then, but then they looking at their peers, and their peers are looking at them like, why am I going to school? And my big homie got 100,000, but he really my little homie because I'm older than him. I'm sitting here on a wrestling team, and this nigga got $100,000 only come to school on Friday to show his car off. It fucks the psychology up of the people. Like, look at the I am talking long, but look at the motherfuckers that's wearing the jewelry. Your kid really think they can get one of them chains that costs 100,000. They really look at the rapper like, I can get that. You can't, dumb person. So what they do? What's the fastest way I can get some money? Because the females want to see them in that chain. They want to see them in them Yeezys. They want to see them in that Gucci, right? Man, that shit costs way more money than your parents can afford. Your parents done bought you some Levi's, some nice polo shirts, and you said, I don't like that. You don't like what? Nigga, your ass ain't worked a day in your life and you want something more expensive? I should have bought your ass some Wranglers. Listen, that's just my take on it, and I think mine is.
Well, that's exactly what I did in the way I raised my own. But before that, that's exactly for those reasons that you pointed out is reason why as soon as I graduated high school, I turned around and went right back. My gifting, someone reminded me, one of my cousins I grew up with, and we didn't find out we were cousins until we were grown, but she lived across the street from me. She reminded me that I had been encouraging people even on the playground, that I was praying the prayer of salvation and faith on the playground at Ish Elementary. This was in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. And when she said that and reminded me of that, it reignited something inside of me for exactly all those reasons you just stated. Because that is not a broad scale, but it is too broad, whatever it is. If 500 is too many, 300 is too many, 25 is too many for us to be losing so much. And as technology and children progress and parental units are less active and involved in the instruction of our children, because see, education begins at home, even in the womb. And what we give and deposit in our children, it only goes so far, because once the world and outside people and activities and events begin to impress upon them, then they start formulating their own mindset. And if you haven't you set the foundation in very real necessities of life. And for me, this includes the knowing of our Creator, but the limitations that are already been predestined and set. That preparation to know what to do in the face of that's giving them an armor that it can't be seen, but it also can't be ignored. And that's the reason why I brought forth to let us keep in mind not to be so focused on past events that we're ignoring the progress that is being made and has been made over the last 10 to 20 years, that we are not still stuck in the mindset and the ways of the 60s, 70s, 80s, or even the 90s, that the technology has soared and given us so many resources and availability for us to be able to not only deposit and impart these things in our children for survival, because my whole mindset before I began having children was, what do I want my children to know on the day that I'm no longer available to them? Because we all gonna take our last breath one day. So with that thought process in mind, I already knew if I give them the foundation, then they'll survive whatever else they face. So that was at the core of my motherhood, to make sure that each one of my children had a firm foundation, spiritually, educationally, understanding what the other brother was speaking about is knowing what true financial wealth means and how to procure it or maintain it, because we were left inheritances in our family. So in order to maintain that, they didn't really have an understanding of what it meant to get it. So my position as a parent was, just because this is yours and you got it, I'm going to meet you limited access to it now. That way, you don't destroy it all because you got so much you don't know what to do with. You learn what to do with a little, and then you progressively get better. And by the time you have a lot, you don't feel that immediate urge that most of us feel. Well, I just got to run through this and prove something to everybody that I got it like that. That mentality is dead. It's done. It really should have never been implemented. But again, through the 80s and 90s, it was a big deal, as the other brother pointed out. That's no longer the mindset here in the millennium. These children, for the most part, they're not as hell bent on impressing people to the point to where it matters to anyone else. And to be more clear, their mindset now is, it's selfish, it's self-gratification. That their fundamental desires is, what do I want for me, because I want to do what I want to do. And that is the fault of the parental units and grandparents that, like I stated before, they negated to
I want to
really
piggyback
impart
off
into
what you're
their children.
saying. So I want to
I'm
piggyback
sorry.
off what you're saying. I want to piggyback off. You good? I want to
Oh,
piggyback
okay.
off what you're saying. I want to keep that, but for the show's sake, I want to drive it somewhere. So,
Okay.
so we don't stay in one area too long. Now, off of piggybacking off what you were speaking on, as far as, and I saw the sister in the chat, Sister Alexis, peace and power to you. We was talking about nourishing that seed, and now we're at a point to where science and technology is interceding with us, nourishing our seed and teaching our seed and building that foundation at home. It's kind of a fight between natural and unnatural, whether it's spiritual. A lot of at this time, technology is what these children need. They came from hardworking parents who work with their hands. These children been trained to work with their minds, play video games. They came from Christian-based homes. These children waking up, not even dealing with no Bible and no Christianity no more. They came from going to school, their parents going to school a certain type of way. So there's a gap, there's a bridge. There really is no way to connect with your child and connect with them in the world, because there's a gap and there's a bridge these parents are unfamiliar with. This is all new. This is the new beginning. This is the awakening. We in a whole nother space and time right now. So if anybody, and I want to hear from some people who we haven't heard from yet or in a while too, I want everybody to keep in mind that we got about 10 people on the panel right now. So let's just kind of, make some room for everybody to interject. I'm going to be falling back, letting y'all just do y'all thing. We had a hand up too in the chat. So I just want to make sure everybody get in, and salutes to the panel and salutes to the chat. Peace and power. I appreciate everybody for being here. Yeah, Let's see who we got. Rom, OG, Uno. Yo Street, Sir Drop, OG Leo.
Yeah, them niggas ain't ready, man. They playing games, man. They all biting their tongue, sitting on their hands. I guess the lady shut them down real quick, but cool. Um, Still back to the economics of things. We got to start prioritizing the funds that we actually have, not for ourselves. I mean, prioritize for yourself, but we got to understand how much bread auntie got, how much bread nephew got, how much bread big cuz got, right? And then we got to start functioning in that money. And what can we actually do if we round up 7 people with 250,000, another 12 people with 100,000, another 9 people with 5,000, and another 200 people with 2,000 to spare? I mean, not to sacrifice, and put that in a pot. And if we could do that every 3 months, every year, how much money will we have in the funds? All right, now this shit up to 100 million. What we gonna do? What we gonna do with the bread? See, black people don't know how to. I don't want to say black people. Um, uh, Average people that live day to day don't know how to do this. They don't know how to come together because they're focused on, including me, taking care of my family, my family. There's no we involved. It's taking care of me, right? If we can say, let's take care of us one time. I mean, it's complicated. It's hard to do to
It's
say, all
really
right, it's not hard to do, but it's hard for people to submit to do it. Like you tell 100 people, hey, everybody put $100 in a pot. Out of 100 people, 9 people would do it. So you actually need 900 people to get 100 people to put 100 in a pot. But we need 100,000 in a pot, and we all know at least 10 people with $100,000. All of us, whether you cool with them, whether you not, you know somebody that got good money. But to bring them together for a cause that they're not going to see in their lifetime, they won't do it, because we got to understand that the shit we do now is for our grandkids. It's not for us to see. It's for these other races. They plan 50 years ahead. What they're doing now, they don't expect to see nothing. They expect another generation to see it, and that generation expects another generation to see it. Black people think we gotta see it. It don't work that fast. We can see what's about to happen, but by the time we done, we gonna be in our 60s. Cool. But long as we know our grandkids is in a better place, and they kids gonna be in a better place, instead of the same place we fucking in. Because we only plan 5 years ahead. We don't plan 10, 15, 20, 30 years ahead. We plan for our life to be better. They plan for their family to be better. That's why you can go to an old grave site. Dude died in 1903, but he got some fresh flowers in 2021. That means they recognizing this man they never saw alive in their life. It's 2021, and they sending him flowers to his grave, and he died in 1909, and they got a big ass picture of him in their house, because that man that they're sending flowers planned for them to live good after he died. That's the difference. We don't plan for our grandkids. We plan for us, so our grandkids and our kids can see us living good. We don't plan for y'all gonna live good. Shit,
And that's the
if we
reason why I wanted to go ahead and deposit that, because I know that that's the way things were, but that is no longer the way things are. There, and it's not limited to people of color either. It's just a phenomenal level of understanding to be able to know that rich people aren't rich because they're Caucasian. They're rich because they had an elevated mindset. Somebody had to teach them, and somebody before them had to teach them. Otherwise, they wouldn't know. I know a whole bunch of white folks that don't know no more than we do. And I just say we because we're constantly speaking of people of color. But those limitations no longer apply unless we continue to apply them. It's no longer necessary to do so. Because that's the reason why I made mention that most millionaires right now today aren't even over 25 years old, and the millionaires of color. Something that was stated earlier also made me want to touch on the fact that the owner of the Black Entertainment Television, as a Black man, amassed a great deal of wealth, but then decided last year or year before to sell it. And he has children and grandchildren. I was deeply hurt and perplexed by this. And even if you do sell it, why to just, the very people that we always, got a stuck mental state of, being held captive or under some kind of controlled submission of, even in this day and time. It's something that has resonated well beyond the 60s and 70s. And even before then, they didn't just start doing slaves when they brought Africans to America. That wasn't the first time. It was just the most recent time. And it was also prophesied biblically. But do we have to stay there, especially now? No, we don't even have to keep relegating to it because it is not relevant anymore. I know more white people who are terrified because they see us as more powerful, and we're simply doing what I spoke of earlier. The gifts and talents you are born with, something you love to do anyway. That should be what you're doing. It's too many people, not just of color, but too many people that's going to work every day and mad about it. I need this job. I got to make this money. Okay. If you have a natural gifting and a skill set, do what you love. And okay, yeah, you might lack and suffer for a short time. You might have to work 2 jobs while you get that situated and stabilized. But once you present your gift, there will always be a customer base. There will always be someone who's going to go, that's kind of awesome. How much are you charging for those? I'd like several. It's always been the case. And that's why we have so many young entrepreneurs of color these days. And like I said, they did a whole new book on the Entrepreneurial Magazine about there being more people of color and otherwise under the age of 25 in the last 3 years than ever before. There is not time for a change. Things are changing already. We just need to get on board.
Salute.
Illusion?
Yeah, anybody want to
I don't know
interject?
why them man, these niggas tripping, man. You gotta start making these niggas interject. What's up, Philly?
No, they don't have to interject or disrespect because I don't do it. But I mean,
No,
I
not
listened carefully, and then when I had an opportunity, I made my point.
I was dozing off listening. My bad, everybody. Grand Rising.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got everybody else on the panel. We got Rum on the panel, Yo Street.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I know my voice is soothing, but wow.
Brother Uno. Bro, you had your hand raised. You want to interject? You still there? Anybody go jump right in.
Yeah, I checked out for a minute, but I just jumped back in a couple minutes ago. So yeah, I was just kind of catching back up to speed on where we were. But speaking of like financial positioning, basically for generations, I think it's important too. I'm right there with y'all. It's just a matter of like y'all said, financial literacy, and learning how to discipline ourselves when we get the finances. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, saving your money, spending less, spending your money smart. Stop trying to show off in front of, stop trying to, why would you buy a $500 t-shirt from a company that don't give back? We got to look at it like, the things we invest should invest back into us, like we saying, you know what I mean? Like it's key. So I'm just riding off what y'all saying and in agreement. I ain't got much to say about it. I agree with it. But if I was to add anything, I would say, like I usually do, I usually take it to this level by saying, just be mindful of your energy as well, because that's where it all starts. Like it all starts in the mind. Everything, no matter what it is you're talking about. If you want to have an idea to start a business or whatever, it all starts in your mind, how much you believe in yourself, all that. So, and anybody can do anything that they want to do. And of course, like the creative route, like there's so many creative people, we all of us got gifts, right? But I mean, how many people really use them, and bring value for other people in exchange for $1, and it's not because you're not ripping nobody off when you're giving your purpose, because your purpose serves everybody, even yourself.
For those that missed it, that's exactly what I was saying. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it sounded like a lullaby when I said it, but okay.
No, yeah, you right on. That's what I'm saying. I ain't really have much to say. Y'all right on. Much love, much respect to the panel.
So
you muted yourself, sister. You muted yourself.
What was the last thing y'all was talking on, wrong?
What, as far as the financial literacy?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, so where do y'all see this going right now? Do y'all see this generational gap? Because that's the only thing that we can do with economics. We could try to close the economic gap. In what way do you guys think? Now, where I come from in my brain with it is, as far as on a financial wealth, I don't see it happening. We too far behind. But as far as on a edifying wealth, I see it happening to where we kind of drop out of the money system, to where we kind of nourishing ourselves with the shit we need, like clothes, food, becoming in control of our resources and the things that we need daily. Ones where we can kind of bleed this money system dry. That way we not fucking with all these products that's got all these synthetic shit inside of it that's hurting us and giving us these cancers and shit like that. We can start producing our own shit that give us life and make us more healthy, rather than buying these brands that we can afford out of the store that's killing us and giving us things that's harmful for our body. Anybody want to touch on that?
Cool. Now, you absolutely right, but let me ask you this. Do you think you can send your kid to school in some homemade clothes?
Well,
without it
that's where
affecting them
homeschool will be coming in at too, because you also being poisoned by the school system as well.
All right, cool. Never mind school. Do you think your kid can hang around your family and their peers with homemade clothes on, crochet shirts, and like, do you think they can do that? I mean, and still be sane as they're doing it, or do you think it would put them in a deep depression state? Them coming around in corduroys, high waters with penny loafers on, just to cut the bare minimum. I think the way they done trained our kids, like, cause you right. I wish we could do that, but I think the way they training the new generation, they're not gonna buy into it. What you think? Yeah, what you think, Kate? You think they'll buy into it? We living on a very no haircuts.
I think it can be done. I think it's gonna be hard because, like, with me, like, I don't really wear like I'll buy like a nice chain, but I'm not finna go get no fucking big ass chain that look like a football helmet on my neck. Like I'm not finna buy Louis Vuitton shoes, belts, and all this kind of shit like that. Like Yo was speaking on earlier. I think that's clown shit, you know. And to me, for me to do it, I'm not calling another nigga a
No,
clown
but you're
because
an adult. I'm saying you an adult. I'm talking about the kids. They're going to school. They're getting laughed at, but like you said, homeschooling. So let's take
yeah,
school out
so
of it.
it'll have to be changing their paradigm. Not if in the
Mm,
same
all right.
paradigm with everybody else, nah, I don't see it happening, but changing their paradigm and being more home based. Cause we gotta think they already kind of pushing, pulling the home base shit, stopping school, starting school, telling everybody they really can't be within 6 feet of each other. So it's already being some breakdown on that kind of shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? The thing is to empower our children with the knowledge and the forbearance to be able to block these culture vultures and these energy vampires from even sucking their energy to even have them vibrating that low to even feel like this shit's affecting them inside their mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I think it to elaborate on that, I think it could work. I mean, because you gotta look at we are a special group of people, especially, us LBA, we are a special group. So we come in making our own shirts and corduroys and like he was saying with the shirts and everything. It would work, but we'd have to put a certain type of flatness to it. You know what I'm saying? The kids today would have to put some type of flatness to it for it to work. Like it just wouldn't work if you just were plain Jane. It probably wouldn't pass too much. But if you could flat it up some and make it fit their personality more, I think it would work.
Yeah, that's the part I wanted to add is that it's completely doable. It don't have to look like a potato sack. That's the reason why I keynoted earlier to particular skill sets and talents. Those of us who can, there are people who know how to make clothes. We had an auntie in our family who she made her entire living sewing. And it doesn't matter if it was in the 70s or 80s or 90s. If you have a gifting, that can be your resource. And even in today's time, in today's generation, among these children, I mean, we lived through it. We didn't have the best. I was the only child, and my folks still shopped at thrift stores and Goodwill for me to save money to build so that I would have a college fund. And it worked. I went to college. So I mean, if something ain't broke, don't fix it. What old folks used to say, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Some things are time honored, and that's what's wrong with the millennial mindset is that just because it's new, I got to have it. When in fact, what you had was working just fine. You just want something new because that's what you see everybody else doing, and we were raised in a way that's not gonna fly. Just because everybody else doing it is not reason enough for you to do it.
Right. They just
But you
really
still
want to.
gotta look at it. You still gotta look at it like this, man. Um, everybody, when eyes is on them, they're gonna get offended if they're not feeling right. They're gonna be insecure, right? Cool, you got your daughter, right? You going natural with all the kids talking about it. You got your son. We ain't spending all that
Not
money on
everybody.
that. Not everybody,
That's
but
why
we
you
talking
raise
about.
them properly. They don't
All right,
think like
cool,
that if you don't raise
cool.
them like that. Don't they
That's what
not
I'm
supposed
telling
to
you.
be hell bent on what everybody thinking about
You're
them.
right. You're
If
right.
you
And
talking to them at
everybody,
home and you teaching
listen,
them at home, when they step outside, how other people feel about it don't matter no more.
it does though.
No,
Even though it's
I'm a
unfortunate. Now
product of
listen,
it. I'm a
I'm a
product of it.
product of
I was
it too,
teased,
right?
bullied, picked on. I
Listen,
went through
Michael,
all of that, and we talking about in the 70s and 80s.
and
And
you didn't like
I'm
it,
who I am today because of it. So if
but
it makes them stronger, what are you protecting them from?
it don't
That's the
make them
mindset that's
stronger.
messing up this
It makes some of them stronger, and it make the rest of them insecure. Now, here's what happened in school, like
I
when
had
you around
insecure
your.
times, but I
Listen right quick.
overcame it.
I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just speaking in general because you're a special person. I'm a special person. I could wear corduroys and all that. Here's what I'm saying. The average female, right, growing up through 12 to 15. If you don't get them a perm, their head gonna be fucked up. The average one. We know they hit you don't even need a perm. You're beautiful without one. We know that, but these kids don't. So cool. If you send your kid from 12 to 15 without getting their hair done, psychologically it's gonna fuck with their head. The other 10% whose head it don't fuck with them golden children. I'm talking about the average. The average is gonna be like, they're calling me ugly, mom. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're kids. Right now, if we had the resources that Massa got to indoctrinate our own kids with the truth instead of the lies, then it would work. But we don't have enough teachers. We don't have enough. We just don't have enough. Back
Hey,
in the
drop.
day when listen, back in the
I
day when we
understand
was
what you're
coming up,
saying. I disagree with the percentages you're presenting because that's what used to be. That's how it used to be. That's no longer how it is.
And I just wanted to say real quick, drop.
man, these
We
kids
gotta stop
dressing fly
teaching
as
our
fuck.
kids that about the hate that we had for ourselves. We have beautiful hair, and that's what we have to start telling our kids. Our hair is beautiful, our skin is beautiful, our eyes are beautiful, instead of the negative stuff that was pushed for the last 50 or 100 years.
Right. Let me jump on the end there right quick. It all comes into at the end of the day, it all come up until imagery, what they see. You know what I'm saying? They blind, like they put out so many images and so many material out here to blind you that you would slip and be weak on towards like if you ain't feeling yourself good unless you got the top of the top, which is that's kind of a mental thing with us, but we blind through the imagery, what they present to you and everything. So if I see Beyonce with this nice dress on, I want this same dress. You know what I'm saying? Or if I see Denzel Washington with this suit, I want that suit. It's a mental thing with it too. So once we get control of that mental thing, because like brother just said, like we are most beautiful people on the planet. Like we come in all shades. You know what I'm saying? We all got multiple skills, and we got to learn how to love ourselves like we love ourselves and not loving ourselves because somebody else on TV showing us how to love ourselves. We got to already be loving ourselves, you know.
I think that's a broad scale mentality over most of the youth today. They don't have any trouble loving themselves because their mindset is I, me, my right now.
Yeah, it's all about self right now. You know, they ain't really
Yeah,
thinking about
they
it's just
really
like
are.
it's just like her
But
with the crime, like the crime all over the country, like the crime in Memphis, like the younger crowd between I could put 30, I say from 35 to 17, their mindset is so they frequency is so low that they can't even understand what's really going on. It's like a video game in them. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't leveled up. They haven't even they went to school but never paid attention. Like and their parents was never the type of parents who will push them in learning and understanding what life about. So they just out here just doing anything. So and when they get caught,
bro,
and
they
that's
don't have
why
nothing
I
to say.
turned around and went
throw
back
you
to
an
teach.
alley-oop.
That's why.
Let me throw you an alley-oop. A frequency is so low, right? But everyone with a high frequency get fucked up. It's who they dealing with. It's like cool. You the work dude. You the one with the dad in your corner. You the day on Menace to Society. But everybody else around you is asleep. Now that's why I'm feeling the sis. If all of us raise our kids that way, it'll work. But these motherfuckers they not raising them right. So now we got 10 people, 10 families raising their kids right. The other 20 families are saying, man, we in the ghetto. They hood. They gonna do what they do. And then you got the parents like us saying, hey, did you do your homework? Did you clean your room? Go do them dishes. And and make sure you speak to your aunt and quit cussing and all this, right? You got the good ones, but then the rest of them, man, they so ratchet. I'm talking about where I'm from. I ain't talking about black people as a whole or white people as a whole. I'm talking about the hillbillies and niggas I know. Them
Yeah, I'm talking about.
motherfucking hillbillies. Them hillbillies way worse than us. Don't let them fool you. Them trailer park mom. Fuck you, mom, bitch. Like
But
that.
Rob, I'm gonna say this again. We have to teach our kids. We've been taught self-hate. We have to reverse that process, man. We got our sisters out here wearing wigs, makeup, and they think they love themselves, but they don't, because basically
Hey,
we've been taught to hate our hair, our eye colors, our skin complexion, all that shit, man.
and
And
why
until we learn how to
everybody else,
love it and express that love that we have for ourselves, our kids are going to be doomed. We have to
are
learn
and
inner love, man.
here's how we can teach them. Notice I'm pass the mic because I did just grab it. But everybody tried to duplicate us. But we think it's bad. But everybody try to be us. Everybody try to get our skin color. Everybody try to learn our ebonics. Everybody want to say nigga. Everybody. There's not one soul on this earth that don't want to say that shit that can't say it.
Right.
A white boy want to say that shit right now so bad. I guarantee you, he go to his room and be like, nigga. Ooh, that felt good. We so powerful that. And
Yeah,
here's why we
they
powerful.
want to say that motherfucking N word so bad, boy. They just want to come on out with that N
But
word.
here's why we so powerful. And here's why
I just be
why
like, God
everybody
damn, these
admires.
motherfuckers.
Here's why everybody admires. We can go through anything. You cannot break a black man. I don't care. You can break some
And
of
they
these fuck.
steady saying that shit. How these niggas still surviving?
Yeah, you give a nigga 20 years, he get out and still get money. And still, you can't break us. You can rape our women. You can cut our genitals off. You can do whatever. And we still looking at you like, nigga, I'm still here. And they say, well, you're still a nigga. I know I'm still a nigga, and you're not. And you cannot go through what we
and
went
try to
through.
poison us and everything, motherfuckers.
Ain't nothing gonna work. Not on God's people. God wasn't talking about when they say the God of Israel, that's the government of Israel. God's people is every soul that feels pain and remorse and know when it's wrong. You ever stole a candy bar when you was a kid, but you felt it? You God's people. If you didn't feel it, you the devil people. You just a thief, bitch. If you didn't, if you thought it was cool, any sin you ever did, you're not one of God's people. Now, when I say God, I'm talking about the people that think of good. I'm not talking about a deity. I'm talking about good people that.
And not to cut you off, Drop. I want you to keep it, but we got some opposing energy on the panel. We got Christians on the panel. We got non-Christians on the panel. I want everybody to go in with their beliefs, man. Fuck it, let's bring some smoke, man. This is a great bill. Let's go and get into
All
it.
right,
Feel
cool.
free
And
to jump right in.
all right, cool. I'm gonna end it right here. God to me is the good tendencies of people, right? But that changes God, because what's good to me might be bad to somebody else. So that would change our God. When I say God, I'm talking about the feeling in you when you do shit. If you if if I shoot a motherfucker in his face that deserved it, I'ma feel it still. I killed the man. Now the devil in me will be like, fuck that nigga. He deserved it. So you gotta know what side your actual being is on. My being is on a good side, so I call it God. And anything that opposes that, I call it the devil. Now, their side that is opposing me would call that their God and me the devil. That's how I look at those things with God and the devil. But everybody else, y'all grab it. Y'all got it. No, we not about to do this silent treatment. Come on, y'all. Y'all be clicking in all the other times. Come on, what's God and the devil to y'all? What's good and evil to
No,
y'all?
man, I just kind of like went through a phase in my life where, I was battling with that, going back and forth, what I mean, between what's God and what's the devil. And, you know what I mean? And I just feel like whatever they taught us, that's the devil. Like everything that they taught us, like to me, that's the devil. So Jesus is really the devil. Like that's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
me personally, I look at them as those are imaginary characters that has been mind fucking our people for too long.
too long. Yeah.
We have to stop the indoctrination in a way, especially the religious indoctrination, really all of it. And the way I choose to is not to choose, teach my daughter about the God concept or the religion concept, basically give her other options other than the religious ones. And that's the way I feel like only way we're gonna stop the indoctrination. Because
you right.
all religions are based on a belief system, nothing factual. And that has to get out to the people. And there's nothing factual and anything in religion. It's all a belief system. And once our people grab and comprehend that and understand no one ain't gonna save us, or the devil is just imaginary character and the God is just imaginary character, we can free our minds and free and bind together like we used to, and basically free ourselves.
Yeah, but if you got canon law, then it's gonna be hard to reach.
Listen. My bad. Go ahead. My fault.
When that's what they're being taught in the church.
Hey, look, Philly, you still got to deal with this, though. All right, cool. Everything you said was facts, but you still got to explain what's good and evil to you. If it ain't God and the devil, that's cool. That's great. But what is bad intentions and good intentions? And what's
it's good people and it's bad people.
But that's energy.
Cool.
Good emotions, bad emotions.
But it's
we know
energy,
that.
Though.
No, cool. No, I want him to answer this. All right, cool. It's good people and bad people. Now, what is good and what is bad?
It's energy. It's energy.
It's self-explanatory.
No, it's God and the devil. You know what it is. There's the only words for it. Good and devious. God and devil. Good and devious.
Yeah, because those type of
but
people.
That's the trick that they played on the world, having us believe in something.
No, that's the trick they hid on the world. No, that's the trick they hid on the world. They gave us actual beings that supposed to represent
low vibrating.
That's all mythological
low vibrating
stuff,
people. Exactly.
With that mythological stuff.
No, right. No, that's what I said. They gave us beings to represent this shit, and I'm all with you. That's where they fucked it up at. Good and evil is a feeling of man, but they made it like it's people. You absolutely right. It's not people. Good and evil is the intentions of a human or a squirrel or anything alive. The intentions of it is good or the intentions of it is bad. And that's what God and the devil is to me. It's not Jesus and some motherfucker with horns on his head. It's meanings of words to me. It's nothing else. So you're right, Philly. I'm right with you with that. The mythological characters, that dogma. But y'all go ahead. They got you thinking that angel got wings, for Christ's sakes. They never said the angel had wings. But they never said the angel had wings. They never said the devil had horns. They never said none of these things.
Who is that?
They is the people that teach this bullshit Bible. The ones that teach it.
Bless your heart. You know what? I have been silent because y'all already know. Those of y'all who have been on the line.
Oh, no, we alive.
All this extreme blasphemy. is so off-putting, especially when not 10 minutes ago the type of stuff that was coming out of your mouth was so positive and enlightening, informational, and even educational. And for you to turn around on this specific subject matter and the God whose likeness and image you've been created in, you so blasphemous and contentious. It really makes me wonder what happened what happened to you in your life
All right,
that
cool.
caused
For
you to
you,
be so
all right, I'm about to
self-damning
tell
when
you.
it comes to your creator
I'm about
and
to
those
tell
who
you.
speak
Once
like you?
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Once I knew I was in. No, listen. Once I knew I was in the image of the Most High, I knew I had a choice to be good or bad. Once I knew that, right? Cool. Now, once I know the Most High created everything, then I know that he created the devil, and I know that's his lower half. If I don't fuck with him, I gotta fuck with the devil. I know that. I know good and evil is a decision I have in my head. So I don't know where you're getting a blasphemy from. I'm telling you, you got good people and evil people, and they made it into a man, for Christ's sakes, when we know a woman is the whole portal to this earth. So once they made it a man, I knew it was a story. All right, cool. Now, once I know it's a story, I got to make sense of this story. Now, when I make sense of it, it's good and evil. There's good people and evil people, and they stand on the line between the God and devil. You got serial killers. You got people that are say the homeless. There's two different sides, and that's.
Let me interject something right here, because before you get too deep on that, the devil is not under any circumstance, almost even a little bit, God's lower half. The devil was a creation who made a decision outside of its ability to make. Everything that God created before he decided he wanted a family was just that, a creation. Just like you, if you put something together with your hands and you make it, it's supposed to perform the action and duties that you created it to make. The moment it fails to do what you made it to do, you destroy it or fix it. Now,
All right,
having
cool.
said
So who
all of
was
that,
God? Hold
the
on.
human
No,
condition
no.
is the
Ah,
human
you hold
condition
on, listen,
is
answer this question. Answer
your
this question.
enemy has not been created in God's likeness or
What you
image.
mean
He can
destroy it?
imitate it,
How you
but
All
gonna
right,
his
cool.
destroy
intent
Answer
is
it?
this
not for
question
the
right
original
quick. Hold on,
creation
right quick.
form.
What
Answer
do you
this
mean
question.
You can't
destroy it?
learn nothing
No,
if
no,
you
hold
interrupt
on,
me.
bro.
I didn't interrupt
Answer this
you.
question right quick. Hold on. Answer this question right quick. Who was God's first son? Come on.
The
The
only son
devil.
that we were taught
The
to
devil,
know.
man. You know God's first son is the devil and got
No,
cast out the
no.
heavens.
That
Now
God
listen.
Himself would, and that's probably what you need to do. You need to start having some actual interactions with God, because it is
Oh, me, I've
possible.
been
When you
baptized
want
and
to know the
everything,
truth,
man.
you
Oh,
seek
you
the
can't
truth
use
giver.
that. Use
When you
that card.
want to know the
Then
truth,
graduated.
you seek the truth giver. I'll say it again. When you want to know the truth, you seek
All
the
right, who
truth
is
giver.
God's first son, man? Since I'm just
Now
talking and I don't know
you
my
asked me a question. Allow me to
Let
answer
her
it. Don't
talk,
answer it
Doc.
for me.
Let her talk, man.
When you ask me a
Adam,
question, allow
Adam,
me to give
all
you
right,
an
cool.
answer.
Answer the question then. That's cool.
Adam,
The
Adam.
only son that I know that is supposed to be God's, that it was of God's creation, just as we were, is Emmanuel, Yahweh, Yahshua, Elohim,
That
which
was
many
in the
people refer
flesh.
to as
That was
Jesus.
in the flesh. You talking about in the
No,
flesh.
no,
I'm
it was
talking
not
about
only
his
in the
first
flesh. And
son, man, that got cast out
this
of
is why
heaven.
you need to do more research and
Oh
study,
my
because
God.
Jesus existed with God in heaven before he came to earth. This is
Exactly.
why you need to do more research and
Exactly. Right. That's
study
what I'm
on
telling
what
you.
you're
You
speaking
talking
on.
about the
Actually
God of the
seek
flesh.
God,
I'm talking about his first son. You're talking about his
his
first son in
only
the flesh
son,
would be
his
Yahshua.
only son,
Oh my God. In the flesh.
son
You're
who
right.
existed with him.
When you read the scripture, it'll say in the flesh, my only son in the flesh, not my only son. That's why it's gods and goddesses. Listen,
It says
listen,
my
man.
only son in the
We
flesh
talking
because he prepared him
celestial.
to be a
See,
sacrifice for us. He had to wear the flesh in order to complete that task. He was already there in the spirit with him
absolutely
before he wore the flesh.
facts.
You got to
I
get,
ain't
see, I'm
saying that's not
ignorant,
facts.
sweetie. I have done immaculate and
I'm not
extensive
saying that's
research
not
on
facts,
our
but we're
language
talking
and
about.
where things come from. And when you quote a
It's
sentence
not
like that,
facts,
you
Drop.
can't interject what you think and how
That
you
is facts
feel.
what
You
he's
have to know the
saying,
root words
as far
and
as
where these
what the
words come from
scriptures say.
and why
But
they were
she not dealing
scripturally
with
put in that
celestial.
order.
But you're not dealing
When
with
he said his
celestial at all,
only
though.
son that wears the flesh, it was precisely what he meant by that. But you don't need to even take my word for it. What you need to do is you
No,
need
I
to get
think
on
you're
your
right
face
with
before
that.
God and you need to seek him for his answer for you because you are terribly misled if you think the devil was anywhere is anywhere in any kind of composition in comparison to God. God is not challenged by
No,
the
you
enemy.
ass stupid.
We are
You
as
ass
we wear
stupid,
the
man. The
flesh.
devil is God.
The enemy
Oh
has
my
no
God,
challenge for
man.
God. He is a simple
The devil
creation who
is
is
God, man. It's
malfunctioning.
all the same shit. It's
It's
good and
not the
evil.
same. It's not the
If,
same, and that's why you have
if,
greatness versus
if the Most
greatness.
High created everything in life, then that means he's everything he created. And if he created the
Who
devil,
said everything in life? Who say where they say that at? Quote that scripture. I
I
need to
don't
know
know
who
who your God is. The Most High
Hey,
created
calm
me.
down, Drop. Calm down, brother.
Man, I ain't gotta calm the fuck down. You calm the fuck down. What I'm saying is this: the Most High created everything. Now, including gods and goddesses, and your God and their God and Allah, and He created all that shit. The Most
Yeah,
High. I don't know who y'all worshiping. I'm worshiping
everybody.
the thing
It's
that got
obvious
every
you
man.
don't
Hold
know.
on, bro. Hold
It's
I
on,
ain't
extremely
man.
obvious
worshiping
you
nothing.
don't know. That's
All
why
right,
There's
cool. I ain't
I'm
nothing
going
out
to
there
asking
to
what
continue
you
to
worship.
say
worshiping.
you need to
Hey, man,
seek
y'all
him for
pissing me
truth.
off.
Hey, piece of the panel, man. We want to let everybody speak they piece. We just want to keep the energy good, man. Everybody speak their piece. No matter what nobody believe in or whatever, it shouldn't affect the next person. And nobody should keep the next person from expressing themselves. Once the other person is through, you're able to go in with what you believe and everything. You know, if I eat a Snickers right now, it's not gonna make nobody on the panel in the chat take a shit. I respect everybody, man. Peace and power. Much love. I appreciate y'all for being here with me, man. I'm digging this energy. It's good energy. This is just a debate. We just having differences and we gonna build on it, man. That's what we here for. Salutes to the chat, salutes to the panel. Peace and power to everybody. Y'all unmute, do y'all thing.
Hey, can I just ask the one panel one question? Nothing in no and nothing in any. I was Islamic. I didn't practice Christianity. I'll let y'all know my history. But what I found out through my research that all religions are connected. And that's why I say the same thing about Islam, the same thing about Christian, same thing about Catholic. They're all connected. And they're nothing in the Bible can be proven. That's a fact. Nothing.
Hey Rashad, Booney G says it's your time to talk, man.
Man, calm down, Philly OG. Go ahead, Rich.
Shit, you're the one going crazy, not me. I've been muted, play. I'm
I'm
just
just
trying to get
fucking
you to
with
be
you.
respectful to the sister. And then
Hey,
you
I
ready to
love
piss me
y'all,
off.
man. Much love. I love my
Man,
brothers
the
and my
sister
sisters.
gangster
I
and
love
tell
y'all.
she got it, bro. She don't need
Exactly. I'm just
fucking
saying,
help.
calm down, brother. Don't get mad
This
at me. I'm muted.
help, nigga. She
You trying to
gangster and
blame that
tell
shit on me.
calm down. I'm saying the sister gangster, she got it. Trust me. She did not need you to. Hey, what's up, Rashard?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
up?
good. But thank you. Thank you.
That Philly always trying to protect somebody, man. When it's me and shit, man.
No, I'm
I ain't
just
gonna never be
trying to keep the
disrespectful.
building. That's all.
All
I
right.
ain't trying to protect nobody.
All right, cool. Let me
We
ask you.
all
Let me ask you
21
this.
and over here.
All right, let me ask the panel this. Hey, Rashard, you can start it off.
Hey, nobody never answered my
All right,
question. Is the
listen, Philly.
Bible real?
See, See right there. See. All right, cool. Rashard, I'm gonna start it off with you. Do you believe that God and the devil is one and the same? And I'm asking the whole panel that, or if Rashard ain't there, we'll start with the sis so she can reiterate. But Rashard, you there?
Yeah, I when we talk about religion and God and all that, like, it's a subject that I really kind of put behind me years ago. So, I don't really talk about it anymore because I remember the days when I was trying to wake people up and talking, about, all these allegories and these stories and, like how can all this stuff be true? Who wrote it? Like, is this really the divine word of God? Like, who was there to record this and all that? You know what I mean? Like, all these things were just happening, and just going in my head. So I kind of just put all that behind me and know there is no hell where you go burn in the lake of fire and all that. You know what I mean? There is no horn man that's, gonna torture you. Like, it's just all this stuff was just like it sounded fake to me, and I just kind of was just trying to tell people about it and just really wake people up. But it's when people are brainwashed and indoctrinated, it's hard to reach them, because
I want you to
That's
keep
true.
going, but I gotta interject a moment. I want to say hell is when you leave, when you consciously know that you didn't meet you know, past the 7 on a pH balance scale of your credence in life, like, the type of shit that you did, what type of vibe you had, what was your vibration? Was it a fucked up vibration or was it a vibration for the people?
No.
Did you help people in time of need? Did you save somebody? Did you sacrifice things for somebody? All that shit is pluses and bonus points in life. Did you rape a child? Because those are minuses in life. Did you snitch on somebody that you willfully did a crime with? Did you snake your homeboy for the bag? You got to live with this. This the type of shit gonna be on your conscience when you die. So I had to disagree with you, brother, on there's no hell. Whether no matter what you want to call it or whatever, it is what it is. So I just know how to sink it and tether this shit to where I know what you're talking about. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
I
Nobody
want to go
answered my
ahead and
question. Is the
and
Bible
speak
real?
on something
and
because
that's
Right.
the
like,
first thing I want to say is I'm not angry. I never present anger here when I'm on the line or on the panel. I'm very. I want to use the right applicable word for. I may come off as aggressive, but I am very strong in my stance because I'm going to ask a couple questions after I make this statement. I want to know. I'm very aggressive and strong in my stance because I've shared numerous times when I'm on the line and throughout my life about the things that I myself have experienced and lived through. And I don't have a problem doing that because there's purpose in all of it. Just as I spoke of earlier about all of us are born with specific gifts and skill sets. Now, I was suggesting earlier that those of you who are in contention with what's real and what's not, and as it pertains to God and spiritual matters, to seek Him and talk to Him. That's why I denounce myself and say, and that's why I refuse to be angry or combative. Actually, the things that I share, the emotion involved is my love for you and my true hope that you have an authentic experience before you take your last breath and spend eternity in hell with this devil you say that don't even exist. Now, the questions I want to present is just everybody who's been to heaven, put a finger in the air. And my finger's in the air for a reason.
I
So if
don't
you've been to
believe in no
heaven,
boogeyman.
everybody, put a finger in the air if you've been.
I don't believe in no boogeyman.
I didn't ask what you believe in. Listen carefully to the question. If you've been to heaven, put a finger in the air.
Hey, 1 sec. This is what I'm gonna be real brief. This is what I want to say. And when I say there is a hell, I mean that now when I say it is a hell, I don't know what that can be, but I know it's gonna be bad because I know it's on the negative side. That could mean you just come back into this reality and you right back in a slave situation again and gotta figure it out.
I'm finna clear a whole lot of stuff up for you
Yeah,
because a lot of y'all sound confused
just
when you
one
go to
second.
talking about what do and don't exist. So again,
Look,
now I'm gonna ask question
one
number
second.
2. Put a finger in the air
Just one
if you've been to hell. Put a finger.
just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm gonna let you take the floor right after me. Just 1 second, just for the sake of hosting the show. Cause you know what I mean. I want to be direct with this. I want everybody to get their points out. With everybody getting their points out is not going in direction though. The sole purpose is for a direction. It's to bring people together from all different lights because we all people, regardless of what the fuck come out of my mouth, anybody else's mouth. Ain't no big I, little U's or big U's, little me's. We all this shit ain't nothing. We all just black chilling. You know what I'm saying? We all just cool people chilling. You know what I'm saying? We all just truth seekers chilling. We all just humble people chilling. No matter what you want to call it. I want to break these fucking words down. Well, I want everybody on the panel to understand we all speaking. You speak spells. We speak in words. In order to speak a word, you got to spell the word first. This is English language. This language, we ain't even have to do all this shit. You know, okay, if it was all about words, why when I get through telling you what I'm saying, I got to ask you, do you feel me? You supposed to understand me. You supposed to understand me when I get through talking. If it's all about the words, it's not all about the words. Words is just what we using to bridge this gap. We have telekinesis, dead telekinesis, technology that's stored within our brain that we're not even using right now because we steady trying to critique these motherfucking words. We steady making new words all the time. It's always a new slang, a new lingo. It's always motherfuckers want to get fresh to death. You get it? So what I'm trying to say is divide what you feel. You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. That's the natural shit. That's what come from the source. That's what come from nature. And everybody on this panel can sit up here and argue on whether they believe in God or not. No one knows what the fuck they're arguing about. That's the problem. No one knows what they're arguing about.
That's why I
Everyone,
said
everyone's.
I don't
One
talk about
second,
religion.
one second, bro.
I
One
don't like to
second.
talk about religion.
I'm gonna give you the mic. I'm gonna give you the mic. And I've been falling back, but I'm just gonna step in where I see for a point of clarity. So no one knows. Everyone's just reaching for what they've gotten so far and what they believe.
That's
I
not true,
respect
fam.
that.
I only speak on things I know. I only
Just
speak
one
on things I
second.
know.
Just 1 second. I just want to say something for the sake of the show. Then everybody can go and say what they want to say. I'm just asking everybody to hold what you want to say. Remember it. And I promise to God, everybody, promise to whatever. And when I say God, I'm talking about the source, the power. So when I say peace and power, I'm talking about power, energy. So somebody else can believe in the Bible. I'm gonna tell you right now. See, it's a paradox. It's a dual language being spoken. That's why that snake tongue got split in the middle. It's a bullshit side. It's a real side. And it ain't real as far as reality. It's only real as far as spiritual. They took the spiritual and made all the physical shit up. They copied it. And it's not like it's something that like the physical. Stop looking at the physical. It's about the spiritual because it's about becoming aware. It's just been added to and fluffed up on the oh, a nigga came and it was 3 blind motherfuckers and then whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop. That's the extra shit. So I'm gonna say that too. That's the bullshit. Because all the same stories being told and then they changed up and then they remixed them. You can see all that. Like you see all that. I'm just the truth is the truth. I can't be with I ain't getting emotional with this shit. I'm just speaking facts. You know, and I don't know if y'all feel me, man, but hey, it's a good bill. I'm just trying to really do what my spirit lead me to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fall back, man. Y'all go ahead.
Since I was last speaking, I would like to be the one to pick up because I'm going to maintain my promise to God that I'm not going to argue or debate his word. I'm going to say what I have to say and I'm going to let you gentlemen have it. I was in the middle of asking 3 questions. The first question was, if you've been to heaven, put a finger up. Nobody put a finger up. My second question was, if you've been to hell, put a finger up. I don't know if you heard me or not, but if you've been to hell, put a finger up. My third question was, if you had a conversation with your creator, put a finger up. Okay, so if those of you who didn't put fingers up need to listen very carefully to everything else I'm about to say. I have had all 3 experiences. I have talked about and given testimony about how I was on the playground in elementary school praying the prayer of salvation with other children. This is a life I have led whether I liked it or not. And I did try not to do it for a time in my life. What God has placed on me, God has placed on me. I have had these experiences that you all call witchcraft and phenomenon and this don't exist and that don't exist. And I'm going to tell you now, you don't have the authority to speak on things you do not know. And because I know them, I have no problem with speaking on them. Because I know that when you take your last breath, there is somewhere you're going to go for eternity. And you are deciding right now, especially with the words of your mouth, because the power of life and death is indeed in the tongue. You are deciding where you're going to go, not God, not your enemy, a demon who was translated because of his disobedience. And that's what I was in the middle of saying before we were interrupted. And I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. I just want to complete my initial thought because, as I said before, I'm not going to argue or debate it because the life I've lived, you weren't there. But I was there, and I'm not going to stop telling the story to all those who would listen. Now, I have experienced heaven and hell. I have died and come back. I have seen other phenomena that people only read about in Bible and scripture and call it a fairy tale. It's not a fairy tale when it happens to you.
So are you saying
My
that you
oldest daughter
experienced
took
heaven
care of
and
me for
hell?
3
Hey,
months
are you
when I
saying that
had
you experienced
amnesia.
heaven and
I'm
hell in
sorry.
this reality? I'm asking you this for a reason. Just follow me. Are you saying that you experienced heaven and hell in this reality?
Those of you who want to separate the flesh and the
No, no,
spirit,
no. Listen. Hold
I'm
on. Just
answering
for
your
the sake
question
of the
if you
show.
allow me
Listen.
to.
Just 1 second, please. It's not. Just I'm not. We ain't gotta rush it. I mean, just hold it.
I'm
We gonna
not
get it.
rushing it.
No. Just follow me. Just for the sake of the show. This gonna just check me out. This gonna be cold. This gonna be cold blooded. Did you experience? Just answer me straight up. Did you experience it in this reality? Are you saying this happened one day to you while you was awake? Was you asleep, or how did it happen? I'm sure I'm gonna show you something. It's cool. Just follow me.
And the answer to your question is the flesh and the spirit are not separate. They are one and the same.
I
This is the
understand that.
reason
No,
why
no, no.
there's a
Look though. I'm
threefold.
asking you. Look, right now, I'm asking you. How did you experience it? Could you just go into explaining that to me? How you experienced it? And I'm gonna go right after that.
Both.
No. Okay, so give me an example. How did it happen? Was you just in another thought doing something else? Did you just have an
No,
out of body experience? Was you sleeping? How did it happen?
Listen carefully. I laid down in the bed to take a nap. I was asleep, but yet wide awake, because as our Savior entered the room, I felt his presence and immediately slid out of the bed onto my face before him. As he walked around the room, he was speaking to me, but my spirit was so excited about him being in the room with me, I had to shut up even my inner voice to actually hear what he was saying.
Okay,
There were
now
other
look,
things
look,
going
why
on
you
too.
telling
He
me?
showed
You look,
me
remember
these.
where you at right now. And I just want to say this, cause we got the chat. They listening to you. They feeling you. I'm feeling you. It's all good energy. So don't get upset with me for stepping in. This is for show purposes. This for show quality.
I'm
So
not doing
so
anything for
so
show purposes or
no,
quality.
no,
I'm
no,
going to
no, no,
always
no,
tell
no,
the
no, no.
truth.
I'm not asking you to. This is my show. I'm welcoming you here. I want you to keep whatever energy you got. I welcome it and appreciate it. My energy is for you, everybody, and my show. Cause I ain't doing shit for nothing. I didn't wake up to play with nobody on there and day. I'm doing this for a reason, so I can do this right the best way I can, and so I can make this for the people, for us, for everybody at the same time, at all times when it comes to the show. Now, outside of the show, when it comes to my family, we family. Outside of my family, when it comes to some street shit, my niggas in the streets, my niggas in the street. Some they cross over the family too. Everything what it is, but what I'm saying right now is this is just for show purposes because we doing the show. We don't have to be doing this. I don't have to be doing this. I'm like doing this in the middle while I'm doing some other shit right now. I'm traveling. This is good to do. So we should do it. We should make it happen. So what I'm saying is now, while you explaining the way that you experienced this, right? Think about what you're saying. Think about it. Think about the ways you feeling and think about how you relate to what you saying, feeling to other shit when you see other shit. Just that's what I want to point out. I want you to continue. You got the floor.
There's absolutely nothing I have to think about when I'm speaking the truth. I just tell it like it
No, no,
is.
no, no, no. Listen, I'm not saying like it's something to find or something. All I'm saying is no matter what comes out of your mouth, think about it deeper than you normally would. Consider
I'm a deep
everything
thinker
slowly.
regardless.
That's no, no,
Everything
no.
that comes out of my
I
mouth
know
comes from that
that, but
place.
I'm saying I think you missing what I'm saying. I don't. We're not gonna make this personal. Not with me,
It's not
because
personal.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I don't want you to feel no type of way. The energy ain't right, and I don't want it to be like that. I want to be neutral with me. I'm neutral on this right now.
But
I'm
you
not
can't
gonna let
tell me
nothing.
how to answer. I'm always going to tell the
No,
truth.
no, I'm not telling you how to answer. Listen,
Okay.
you can answer how you want to. You missing it. I'm asking you a specific thing. I'm not asking you to say what you want to say. I'm asking you to answer me the way you want to. That's what I'm asking you. See, I identify energy. This is energy. I'm reading it. I know what I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna argue with anybody about nothing. I'm gonna tell you what I gotta say. I don't have to think about what I'm saying. I don't have to write none of this shit down. I didn't have a show topic tonight. I do this shit in my sleep. I'm just
Oh
gonna
no, it
keep
ain't no
saying.
no. Everything cool, man. You know everybody got ideologies. Let's express them aggressively. Ain't no drama.
Nah,
Everybody,
nah, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, man. Salutes to everybody on the panel. I'm
yeah,
just
ain't
saying.
no drama.
Oh, no,
But
no, look, 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 and you know why I'm doing this? Because I want everybody to see this. When I say everybody go, I don't want everybody just go recklessly like blah blah. Because you know why?
ain't no
I wouldn't come
Hey,
to no
hey, Key.
I wouldn't come to nobody channel, house, or none of that and do that shit, bro. I wouldn't even come to your house. Nigga could disrespect me in your house. And this how I am. My nigga right here. This nigga raised me. This nigga been around me since I was a baby. This nigga old enough to be my uncle or something. This my homeboy. This how I am with this shit. See what I'm saying? So I ain't
And now
gotta lie. Everybody
look, Key.
around me know me. Look, drop though. If I was at your house and somebody disrespected me, bro, I get mad at them and say what I want to say, but I wouldn't put my hands on them. I say, drive,
And that,
man, damn, that's fucked up. I'm leaving. And I tell that person, bro, come do that shit around the corner, bro. Cause we in drop house, bro. I ain't disrespecting drop, bro. But do that, cause I know drop don't want no problems. That's why he ain't smacked you. But you just not to disrespect my homie, cause I see what type of
that's fact.
time he on and I respect it. You see what I'm saying?
But I know with these panels, like we don't think alike, right? None of us think alike, right? I feel exactly how you feel, right? But dealing with panels, I never saw it not happen. Once it's like more than like 7 people, 6 people, I see it happen every time. It's
Nah, it's
because
cool.
everybody,
The point is just not
everybody,
to get emotional. The point is to understand where you at. It's not about, it ain't about where you from, it's where you at. You know the meaning of what that is. Look, I'm gonna teach, bro. I do this shit. I do this shit, bro. It ain't
and where
about where
you
you
from,
from,
where
it's
you at.
about where you at because you can't operate functioning on shit where you from, where you at. You gotta operate out about where you at.
Mic drop.
I
Period.
fuck
You
with Sir
can't say
Drop.
it
That's my
better.
nigga. Sir Drop, my nigga. Everybody in my family on this panel. These my people I fuck with. I do this shit because I want to build a community. These people I really fuck with, people I really know. OG been keeping it real. Soon as I shoot back toward the East Coast going through Philly, I'm gonna stop through. I'm gonna fuck with OG. You know what I'm saying? He got time, at least go out to eat or something while I'm on my way and shit like that. We gonna keep continuing to build. We talking about real shit. We not just making shit up. We talking about real shit. This shit on our heart. That's why there's so much emotion in it. All I'm saying is
All right.
let's keep it. That's what
All
made
right,
that
cool. I'll
dope.
give us something to talk about then. All right, now let's say we take out all religion and we take out all the books to religion, right? Let's take them out. They never existed. Is there still a God? Is there still a God?
Y'all feel free to interject. So drop asking the question. Y'all interject.
No, they can't have
I
it.
say no. I say no.
No, no. Is you not have stupid? Listen, bro. You think you manifested yourself?
My mother manifested me.
All right, what
My mother
manifested
and
her?
father. Her
All right,
mother.
what manifest? All right, what
Her mother.
manifested?
Her mother.
All right,
Her
cool,
mother.
cool,
Keep
cool.
going down.
What
Ain't
what
no
what man, what manifested that whole cycle? I know it's a sigh after that because
a
you know
mother.
what man.
It's a mother.
What
No
put the
one.
mother in motion? Nope, nope. You're not getting away from it. You can
No,
tangle out of it, but they zip ties. All right, now
digger.
listen.
You
Did
you
what?
you.
No, no, bro. I'm the digger, bro. You're not about to change this. What
Let me
put
let me
that
let
shit
me
in
ask you a
motion?
question, brother.
Nope, nope. Till you answer
Okay.
this one. What
Go ahead.
put
I'm
that
listening.
in motion? What put all that my mother in motion?
See, you want to go to some mythological thing, but that's
None
not
of
reality,
mythological
brother.
nothing, bro. What's the answer to the question, man? You playing games, Philly. You know it's something bigger than a fucking human being. And if you think it's not, then that's just I don't
I
know.
know it's not, brother. I know it's not.
Oh my God. I'm done.
Yeah. And my
You
question
know
to
all
y'all,
we are us weird ass niggas
and
with
drop my question. Hold on,
titties,
drop.
coochies, and dicks and
My
balls.
my
Man, come on.
question to you is show me proof that the Bible or anything in the Bible is real.
No, I
You
said
can't.
I
Eh,
said take all the Bibles
I
out
was
and all
doing
the
that and I was continually interrupted. So I'm gonna let you
Go ahead,
gentlemen
sis,
have
you
your
got
way
it.
this evening.
I'm
And no,
done.
I'm not angry. I love each and every last one of you. And
You
that's the
got
reason
it.
why all I'm ever gonna
No,
say when
y'all
I'm a
be
part of this podcast is the truth.
all right. Well, you and Philly have a dialogue because she was trying to answer it. So y'all go. Now I want to hear this, Philly. You about to get in it. Please.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just say, just like the preacher lying, another person could be lying. We got known accounts that the preachers be lying and have been lying. We have known accounts that the church haven't did shit for people, for our people, but our people still want to hold on to religion. Show me any proof that God exists other than them fucking books, which you can't even prove he exists in them. You can't find the Garden of Eden. You can't prove Moses existed. You can't even prove Jesus existed. And you damn sure can't prove Muhammad existed. So that's why I ask, why are people holding on to these mythological characters?
Go ahead, sis. Come on, man. I thought this was about to be action. Because I think they got an answer for you, but we been hogging the mic. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead and drop them gems. They probably left, bro.
No, like I said before, I gave God my word that I would not argue or debate for him. I've told you, I've given you all an inclination several times of my experiences with the Creator, and it's been ignored and overlooked and interrupted, and I'm not going to debate it, ever.
That's fire. That's cool. Never go against the word of God. That's a real testament. That's what's up. See, Philly, it's people that really like this word, the word.
And like I said, I would ask.
Hold on.
I would ask the Creator why he let those Catholic priests rape these little innocent kids and not do a fucking thing. Just sit there docile.
Anything though, you can do anything you want to do. You know.
Listen, let me say this, bro. God could have killed the devil. He has the power over every fucking thing. Why he didn't kill the devil? Why he letting the devil? Hold on, drop. Can I have 1 minute, please? And I'm gonna render the mic. I've been quiet, bro. Why haven't God killed the devil? If he can just snap his finger and do whatever, why he haven't killed the fucking devil yet? Why he letting the devil run his reign on God's territory?
Because he is the devil. That's what I was telling y'all earlier. You're not getting it. He gonna kill himself.
Like I said, if God existed, he had the power to change anything. He haven't changed nothing. But our people still holding on to that mythological shit, man. And that's why we fuck. Y'all got it. I'm gonna mute up the rest of the night. Grand Rising.
The job of the creator, y'all can go, but the job of the creator is not to change nothing. So go ahead, bro. You got it. Yeah, the job of the creator is just to create. That's the only job. It ain't to make you good. It ain't to make you evil. It ain't to make you praise him. It ain't to read the word. It ain't nothing. You can't put nothing on words to create, to make the creator. You can't explain it. This is why when they try to explain it, they say if you look at him, you are
They can't explain it and they can't prove it either. Nothing in religion has been proven. And that's a fucking fact. That's a fact.
Bro, you can't explain it. You act like you explain it.
They explain everything else.
Hold on, you explained it by my mother.
I explained it by reality. I deal with reality. You deal with mythology.
You still gotta believe.
Your mom had a mother and father. My mother had we all had mothers and fathers and grandparents, man.
What's the end game? Okay, we all have mothers and fathers and grandparents. What made that, bro? See where it get tricky?
A mother and father, somebody fucking.
Yeah,
no being was made from a person's ribs drop. That's mythology, bro. That's the shit that can't be proven. You cannot prove God made a motherfucker out of dirt. And you cannot prove it, but I can prove two people fucking made a baby.
But you can't prove how them two people got here, bro.
Oh shit.
Now,
like I
if you
said,
can prove,
I could prove birth today,
no,
but you can't prove God
no.
made man out of
Hold on.
clay.
Give me
Nigga.
the zippy ties.
Reality.
Give me the zippy ties. How do motherfuckers get here to make anybody? And I'll let you go. See where it gets silent at? Because can't nobody explain this shit. No mortal man alive can explain creation. That's how I know it's something bigger than us. You could say my mom and dad fucking.
I did.
Ooh, but I'm saying something made that blood.
Prove it, drop. You can't prove it. I can prove mom and dad, but you can't prove that mythological being.
And you can't even prove that's your mom and dad, bro.
I can't prove that's my mom and dad now. You're about stupid as rock, brother.
I'm dumb as rock.
I'm gonna say your word. You like stupid as rock.
Retarded ass would switch that birth. You wouldn't know it. Hold on, stop. Hold on. Let me checkmate, dummy. You could have got switched that birth and
you checkmating yourself, dummy.
Hold on. Stop. You could have got switched that birth and nobody knew, nigga. You gotta believe that. You gotta believe you was born, nigga. You gotta believe you would die, nigga. You ain't dead yet, and you don't remember your birth, and you could have got switched that birth, and that could not be your mom or could be. You gotta believe it. Ain't no way around it. Fucking dumb person.
That's you. You keep believing. I go with factual information.
You don't know
you
what I'm
gotta
saying.
Believe that shit.
You's a dumb person if you don't know what I'm saying.
You gotta believe that shit.
You don't know what I'm saying.
That's what religion is based on, dummy. It's based on belief. And if your dumbass that's your dumbass.
Bro, I believe that's my mom and dad, bro. I believe that's my mom and dad. I don't know that. Dumbass person. How the fuck am I know that? Is you not retarded? You gotta believe anything in life that you don't know, nigga. Nigga, you.
No, you don't, bro. It's factual information out here, dummy.
No, you ain't stupid, then. You gotta believe that's your daughter, bro. You go get a test. You gotta believe that test is right. You gotta believe you 99% the fucking father. You dumb.
I can prove that's my mother, dummy.
Shit, nigga.
You can prove that's your mother, dummy. You can prove that's your daddy, dummy.
Bro. All right, man. All right, dog. Checkmate, dude. Wake the fuck up. Everything a belief, dude.
So is everything a belief, chat? Is everything a belief?
Every single thing in life. Name one thing that's not. And I'll wait.
I'll wait. Everything.
Name one.
Everything's a belief.
All right, name one.
Life is a belief, brother. It is. So it's nothing factual out here.
You tell me a fact, and I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. And you see how silent it got?
Basically, I'm gonna give you a fact. I fucked my wife and we made a daughter. That's a fact.
You gotta believe that you made the dog.
I don't gotta believe shit. I know she looked just like me, dummy.
I fucked her too. You don't know if
she
I fucked her
just
too.
Like me.
And we look
you didn't
alike.
Fuck my old lady, because you don't got enough money and your dick ain't big enough.
Man, you got me, man. Don't make me catch.
What happened, man?
Really tripping because he know everything of belief in life and he want to argue me to death.
Man, we ain't gotta argue, man.
I don't work on the belief system, my brother. You work on the belief system. I choose not to.
All right, then what's your factual system? All right, cool.
I just gave you a fact. I just gave you a fact. My daughter looked just like me. You said I couldn't. I just gave you one.
Man, I don't mean because she fucking looked like you. My stepson looked like me. You're not stupid.
Key word, you said your stepson.
You gotta believe it, bro. When you go get the test and it say 99% and they look just like you still gotta believe it. What if you don't believe it? What if, you know how many people got blood testers that still don't believe it? Their kid look like them, but they still don't believe it.
I believe if I plug my phone.
Believe. I know you believe it.
for a fact. If I
Thank
plug
you.
my phone,
Thank
it's
you. I
going
know
to
you
charge.
believe
I
that.
know that for a fact. That's a
I know
fact.
you believe that. I know you
If
believe
I
that
plug
for
my
a fact.
phone up to the
I know
electricity, my phone is going to charge. I don't got to
until it
believe that.
don't.
I know that.
Until it don't.
But it's
Dumb
supposed to
person.
do.
You know you gotta believe it's gonna charge, and then when it
I know it's going to charge
for a
because the
fact.
electricity I pay, as long as I pay my electric bill, I know it's going to charge.
But your jack can break.
A lot of hypothetical, brothers.
I know it's hypothetical. That's brain belief. I'm believing this shit gonna charge until it don't. And then when you plug it in, my mind, this shit must be broke. I know it. I know you believed it was gonna charge, but now it's broke. It's not charging no more. It's no longer a fact. All right, cool. And you know these things though. I don't know why you did this to me. You gotta believe that car gonna start, even though you know it's gonna start. It's fucking 2022. It's gonna start, but you gotta believe it till it don't. And you believed it, and that motherfucker didn't start, and you got mad. Period. There's nothing in life. Bro, you gotta believe you was born. You don't remember coming out that coop noon. You just know everybody else you saw other things born. Nigga, you could have been here for fucking 2,000 years. You don't fucking know. Gotta believe it, bro. And believe it becomes fact. If you don't believe shit, then don't believe shit. Be a non-believer. Be a motherfucker that don't believe in shit then. And see how that worked out for you.
So far, it worked out very, 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 very well.
No, you just said you believe that's your daughter. You believe you fucked your girl. No, you know you fucked
I said,
your
I
girl.
know that's my daughter. She looks just like me.
All right, cool. What if she didn't look like?
Say it again.
What if she didn't look like you? Just because she looked like you, that's facts now.
Exactly, that's facts, because she looked like me. She has my DNA.
I told you I look just like my stepson, and we have no DNA at all. When people be like, you look just like
that's
your daddy.
Just your imagination.
No, people say you look just like your goddamn son. I'll be like, that's my stepson. So explain it, young man.
They're lying to you, brother.
Explain it. They're lying to
I
who?
just did. They're lying to you.
You have to believe that, and you would too. So everything is a belief. All right, cool. Never mind. If you try
Everything
to get
for
around,
you is a belief.
you in quicksand. Huh?
I ain't in
All
quicksand,
right.
bro.
All right, cool.
You make yourself sound dumb.
All right, cool. The only thing you said that ain't a belief is I fucked my girl and she got pregnant. That's not a belief. You fucked her, she got pregnant. That's not a belief. Guess what a belief is? That's my baby. You know what? I know my belief is right because she looked just like me. And we got a blood test. So I know what I'm believing is right. But when you take believing out, you have retarded. Trying to wake you up, but you want to argue.
Go read the meaning of indoctrination, brother. And you'll let go of that belief. Go read the meaning of indoctrination. You want me to read you the meaning of indoctrination? I'll do it for you. You want me to read it for you?
Cool. Yeah,
read you want me to read it for you? All right, give me a second.
Read indoctrination. Nigga, ain't nobody gave me nothing I'm thinking about, so indoctrination has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Everything's
it's based on a belief system, bro. So it has to do a lot. Can I say something? Can I read the definition of indoctrination? Will you shut up and let me read the definition of indoctrination, please?
No, I'm not gonna shut up, nigga. Read this shit. If I say something,
the process of teaching a person or a group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. And that's what the fuck you've been doing all night. And I rest my fucking case.
All right,
Checkmate,
well, you need
nigga.
to get more. You need to get more.
All they shit is based on a belief. Look it up.
Everything
Nothing
based
factual,
on a
just the
belief.
belief. Everything you've been telling me. You gotta believe this. You gotta believe that. That's indoctrination. Fucking checkmate, nigga.
It's not a checkmate, bro.
It is checkmate. Because everything
told
you saying is based on belief.
All right,
Uncritically
cool.
thinking.
Hold on. You just said what they call it. I'm telling you, everything in life is a belief. In life. Right? Nigga.
That's indoctrination, brother.
That's a belief.
Without no critical thinking.
Even that's a belief. Even to believe that definition, nigga, ain't no way around it. You gotta believe that definition, you dumb person. I'm tired of you weird niggas acting like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know everything is a fucking belief. You know
that's the meaning of indoctrination, brother.
The only example you gave me was the indoctrination and you fucking your girl. Out the whole world of experiences you had, the only thing that wasn't a belief is I fucked my girl and I had a baby and the word of indoctrination. Checkmate, dumb person.
Somebody
you
got
had
their
to believe,
YouTube video on.
You had to believe that definition. You had to believe that was your
You gotta
God.
pause the YouTube video if you on the call.
Let me mute up, man. I don't understand how y'all escaping the belief. I believe I'm alive, but y'all can't explain what death is. So you don't know if you dead or not. See, these things. Cool. You might get to
look up this. Go look up the meaning of indoctrination.
I gotta believe that. I gotta believe that definition.
Hey, peace and power. Peace and power to the new people that join the panel. I want y'all to feel free to interject and come in. How some people on the back of the panel? I can't really hear y'all too well.
Yeah,
My
please
volume,
interject.
I don't want to reset
please.
everything. I want y'all to get in there with OG and drop. Y'all stay in. Everybody stay in, but everybody come in too and speak. You know, we want to get some more people in. Salutes to the chat. Salutes to the panel. I appreciate y'all. Salute.
Man, I ain't gonna say nothing. Let me ask you this, Key. How old is you?
You said how old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 38.
All right, cool. 38, right? Do you think they've been manipulating the calendar to where a year is not what a year is?
Oh yeah, I believe that.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So you gotta believe you 38. Now that we know that enough, I might not even be counting right. See, you see how this working? What I'm saying?
You said what? No. Could you repeat that?
You gotta believe. You gotta believe you 38. If we ain't even counting the fucking days, right?
Nah. Listen, that wasn't what I was saying though.
I know it wasn't what you were saying. I made you say it.
You right. But see, that's the thing with what OG saying. Not to discredit what he's saying. I respect what he's saying, but if it's anything you believe, you gotta believe it. Whether you can say it's true or it's natural or not, you still gotta believe it. It's just how much do you believe it? See, I'm gonna show you something. See, when you get out the bed in the morning, that the flow gonna be there. See, we believe so much in physical shit more than spiritual shit that the physical shit always there. But see, the fucked up thing about it is that it's not there. See, we believe in it so much that it's there, and the fucked up thing is that it's not there because it's all an illusion, but it's what's right there before your eyes because that's what you believe in. You believe in it because science tell you that. You ask the people. That's why you ask for a fucking warranty, because you say, now how long this gonna last me? You see? So it's not about a matter of belief, brother, because I'm pretty sure anything we got a warranty on it. Or we got a, you know what I'm saying, type of shit like this. So this shit is simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fall back, man. Y'all feel free to take the floor. Salute.
Salute. And it's all love, sir. Drop all love, brother. All love.
Hi, it's Lex. I guess when I look at belief, I look at it more as a personal thing, and everybody's belief's gonna be like a little bit different because of how their brain process it. Like something that's good to me could be horrible to somebody else. So I guess that's like where I take a stance and things. Like we have to like understand everybody's side of it, because what I think could be completely wrong, or what I believe could be completely wrong, but unless I speak to others and open my mind to them, I won't know as well. Like I can't say that the other lady on the panel did not have any of those experiences. I was not there. I was not a second grader with her to hear it, but I do believe she's telling the truth. Now, it's not going to change my personal beliefs on everything, but it just is her experience and like OG's experience, like, or Sir Drop's experience. So that's why I look at it. And I like things like this just so I can hear other people's experiences with life. And thanks for letting me on, and I'll try to build with y'all. Thank you.
And I was just gonna go back to my question that nobody
Look, hey, OG, man, peace and power to you. Much love. Hey, man, hey, I appreciate everybody for being here, man. Hey, look, fuck it. I'm gonna go for it, man. Look, check it out, man. You know, I do a lot in the community, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no bullshit, man. If y'all appreciate what y'all hearing tonight, y'all want to support. No bullshit. I ain't putting this money in my pocket. I just did a chili drive a couple days ago. I'm really going out in the community, man. If y'all want to support the community, we appreciate it too. This is also a part of this Flat Power movement, man. We got a lot more in store. I appreciate everybody for being here. Salutes to the chat. Salutes to the panel. Much appreciation to the moderators. Let's get it.
Yeah, I just want to go back to my question. Can anything in the Bible be proven as a factual event that ever happened? Yes or no question? Or the Quran?
Well, I'll answer you, OG. Personally, I don't know anything about like the Quran. But I don't even know if I truly know the Bible after being raised Catholic and finding out what, they don't even use the Bible and stuff like that. So, I know my upbringing, there was probably a lot of misled information and lies with things, but I also do not, I can't say yes or no. Who am I, really? But for what I know, the only like Noah's Arks in Kentucky or something. So, they're always discovering new things every day, I guess. So we'll just see. That's the way I look at it too. Like, just with like my own history alone, to know the lies they told us and to have to find out this new stuff, like really process it all is deep. They just lied to us so much, with everything. It's deep.
Yes, ma'am, it is very deep. And that's what I try to open our people's eyes to the lies and the deception that the church, the masjid, any religious organization, they all working together. This pandemic basically showed the people that the church and the state is one unit, because the church didn't put up any resistance when the state told it to close down. So basically, God is listening to the government.
Peace, peace, peace. Who we all got on the panel? Let me look in the chat. Let's see who we got on the panel. Sister Alexis, Kenzie, how you doing?
I'm
Is
trying
that
to
who was
figure
in the
out the
building?
Zoom. Yeah, I did it.
Peace,
I kind of did it right.
peace and pal. Oh yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah,
Salutes to you. Welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome, sister. Much love to everybody. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to disrespect anybody.
it's been a great build tonight. Thank you all.
Yeah, it's been a great build. It's been a beautiful build, man. So at this time, I just want to say that this has been the best panel that I've had. I've had other great panels, but this was like an expansion. And this is why I started it off as just a Zoom, and I wanted to see how it's gonna go. I'm just experimenting with what I'm doing. Shout out to Shalonda Gray. She been rocking with me since day one. That's my family. And shout out to her. Shout out to Yo Street. Shout out to Ron Rose. Shout out to Sir Drop. Shout out to the OG. Shout out to the sister Alexis. Shout out to everybody on the panel, all the moderators, the chat, man, everybody who liked this, shared this. Um, Salutes, man, to everybody, man. I'm gonna let everybody close out. Oh, Rashad Darnell Bay. Uh, salutes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if y'all here or if you listening, you got something that you wanna somebody you wanna give a shout out to or something you wanna promote or something like that. Now the time to do that. We've been streaming now maybe like 3 hours, maybe a little bit more or whatever. But y'all go right ahead, do y'all shout outs and close outs, man. Peace and power to everybody. Salute.
Yeah, I go first. I just want to say thank you for allowing me up on the panel, my brother. Much love, much respect to everybody. I'm gonna say this. I be trying my hardest not to disrespect anyone. So if you feel like I disrespected you, I apologize. I be trying my hardest, but you know what I mean. Got to learn how to do better. It's about digging in deep. By me saying this, I'm trying to get better. And I'm keep trying to get better every week, even if I have to mute myself and continue muting myself. And you know, I just want to say I appreciate much love to everybody, man. Grand rising, man. Let's grow. Thank you, my brother.
I just want to say that I've been listening probably the whole time before I came in, and I just appreciate all of you up here or who is up here as well, because it really showed me how we can have conversations and build together without it being huge arguments and horrible debates and screaming matches and everything. Even maybe if you guys didn't see it, like it really did run very smoothly, and I respect all of you up here. Thank you very much. Once again, sorry I came in late, but I figured it out for future. So thank you again.
Hey, sister, salutes to you. I agree with you too. I'm not gonna be doing any more of those type of panels myself. Uh, where's the arguing and the bad energy speaking. I'm not gonna be doing it now. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but as far as it just being the stagnant energy, and it just being a controlling energy and it taking over, I'm never gonna let that take over my space. And I appreciate everybody. This was beautiful. The only issue that I could see was people having an issue with me directing the show, and I do that for a reason. I'm sure as you like go back and do I've been doing this for a long time. I've been on like a lot of panels, and I'm organically building my channel because I'm just experimenting right now. There's no rush. There's no need. I'm not just doing this just to try to be somebody. I'm doing this to do this right, and I want to make sure it's right for the people. I want to make sure I'm putting out the right information. I want to make sure I got the right people on my side, and with all that together, man, we're gonna make this happen. Shout out, salutes to everybody. Take y'all time and do y'all thing. We just closing out. Salutes to everybody. Yeah. So if we don't have anybody, salutes to everybody, man, on the panel tonight. Appreciate y'all for being here. Salutes to the chat. Let me look in the chat real quick. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. I know my brother Jared Jaguar. I know my brother Jared Jaguar in the building. Salutes, my brother Jared Jaguar. Ashok Vadhan. Salute.
Salute.
Adrian King. Salute.
And we're gonna grow together, my brother. I'm with you. We're gonna grow together.
Oh yeah, it's all good, man. You want to close out? You can. I'm just sending a couple shout outs real quick.
Yeah,
Real
much
quick,
love
much
to the people,
respect
man.
though too about the chili dinner you had. Much respect about that.
Oh yeah, man. Anything you need, OG, like I really mean that, man. Like anything, man, because you always so supportive and so helpful. Like nothing's gonna take that. See, look, I could be a Christian, I could be a Muslim, I could be anything. This is just how good. This is how my spirit works. So just how you initially and genuinely was to me. See, I don't give a fuck what you is or nothing. What it mean to me is I'm already familiar with your spirit, you know what I'm saying, with who you really is. So the
Yes,
shit on
sir.
the outside don't mean nothing to me. I'm comfortable with you with myself because it's little shit that you do that other people will be like, take advantage of or be like that shit don't mean nothing. But see, when you can take care of yourself and you see what I'm saying, and you're not looking to fuck nobody over, you feel what I'm saying? So it's respect, bro.
All respect, though, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody in the crowd, man. I mean, in the chat, man. I consider y'all all family, man. Point blank. But go ahead, close out, my brother. Much respect, man.
Salutes, much love. Thank everybody for joining. Hey, salutes to everybody, man. Much peace, much love, peace and power, man. Till next time. Look, we got a interview with Mike Mays out of Pine Bluff. We got Mike Mays interview coming up next. We got the Charles Baby Bush Smith interview coming up next. We got the Casey Cable, the Inc. magazine interview coming up next. We got the Little Flip interview coming up next. And we got the Project Pat interview coming up. It's gonna be a little time after that. And y'all know how I do. When I go, I'll do like a few videos within a week. It's gonna be how I get it together. Once I get it, I'll put it out there. It's gonna be sporadic. You can catch me on Bro Sanchez TV. I'm gonna be doing some more things with Dane. I'm gonna be doing some more things with Sister Betty. I'm gonna be doing some more things with Tony Realer Than Real Johnson and Realer Than Real Records. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Until next time, plenty much peace, plenty much love. Thank you once again. Much appreciated from the Nation One Love podcast. Peace.